What is battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard What is battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Goer up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Goer picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Goer, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to battlecourt Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Fireballs and the Renegades. And with that, I want to welcome everybody back into another edition of the Fall 25 Battlecourt season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined as always by Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's 6 matches between the Fireballs and the Renegades. How you doing tonight, Stu?
Doing awesome, Andrew. Looking forward to a fantastic evening of Jai-Alai here in the Magic City. Can't wait.
Yes, these 2 teams competing tonight, Fireballs and Renegades, both won their first game day of the season, so looking to add some more points tonight. There will be 2 singles matches and 4 doubles matches on the slate, getting started here with 5th Division doubles. we'll see Ikeda and Joseph. Debut match for that team for the Fireballs, taking on Flores and Ben of the Renegades. Flores and Ben already played one match, and they are 0-1. Fireballs will have the serve to begin all matches tonight. That will be Ikeda, the front quarter, handling the first serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our first match of the game day. Ikeda will serve for the Fireballs. We're not on a rolling house. Here's the serve. We begin. Here's a backhand by Ben to the inside. Joseph is there. Ikeda across court. Catch at the 9 line. Ball tipped here in the backcourt. First point for the Renegades, Flores and Ben.
This is going to be a big test for Joseph here in the backcourt. Obviously, full-time here on this Fireballs roster this season of battlecourt. Ben and Flores both going to try to attack him here in the backcourt. He's just going to have to make these catches. I mean, that one crossing the wall, dropping low, seemed to be waist level. Just got to bring those in if you want to win the match.
Joseph with the tip ball off the serve. Flores and Ben with the second point. Flores has the serve. That chopping motion that Joseph sometimes gets in the habit of. Again, you want to let that ball come into your cesta. You talk about the give the wrist. When you slap at it, you run the risk of slapping it right out of your cesta. That's what happened there. Joseph from the forehand. Hard right side. Caught by Ben. Karen by Ben. Stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda, cortada. That scores. Well thrown. That's a point for Ikeda and Joseph of the Fireballs. Ikeda serves.
I like the thought by Ben. You know, Ikeda is going to be aggressive. He likes to play towards the inside of the court, and with Joseph behind him, he's going to be extra aggressive today. But if Ikeda gets the ball outside, he can kill it. If you just rally, keep the ball inside, he's not going to do a lot of damage. So, again, I like the thought, but in this matchup, you got to know your personnel.
Serve comes in low and scores. Well done by Ikeda. 2-2, Ikeda serves for the Fireballs.
Especially considering how tough points have been for Flores and Ben so far. First match didn't go great. Stan and Ben last year didn't win a match. So, I mean, you just got to give yourself the best shot and limit the unforced errors. We'll do that.
It's a beautiful catch by Ben. Rabote coming out. Rabote's save on the forehand of Ikeda. Big backhand by Ben. Rabote, forehand to the inside. Here's Ben. Joseph, good catch. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Well thrown. Ben now from the 10 line. Ball tip. That's a point for Flores and Ben of the Renegades. Flores serves.
Tough miss again there for Joseph. You know, you like to see him go for those. You want to know if he has the confidence and can play there in the backcourt. Go for it in this first match, see what they can do. But, again, maybe later on, you're going to let that one come out, and Ikeda might save Rabote.
It's a good serve by Flores, crossing the side wall, in and out of Joseph Sesta. That's 4 points for Flores and Ben. Flores has the serve.
When that ball kicks off the side wall and back to the player's forehand, it's got a bunch of spin. It's not as easy to control as you might think, as evidenced by now twice that ball's popped out of Joseph's basket.
That ball missed on the left side of Joseph. 5 points. Possible set point for Flores and Ben to start things off. Joseph, one of those things, confidence player. When he makes a number of catches in a row, he can make some beautiful catches. In this case, ball's coming in and out of his cesta. Not able to hold on to it. Cuts both ways. Joseph on the catch. Powerful forehand. Ben's there. Ben from the 12 line. Ikeda from the 7. Outside placement scooped up by Flores. Joseph running up, makes the catch. There's the backhand. That cleared the overhead screen. Here's Ben. Ikeda from the 9 to the inside. Ikeda calls for the rebote, makes the save. Flores on the run. Got it.
Oh,
and the Philo will score. That's well played by Flores. Renegades take the first set. 6-2. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
How about that by Flores? Ikeda looked like he kind of went for a drop shot off this rebote. Soft touch. It's approaching the wall. Not an easy catch. And then, boom, shoots it straight outside. I don't know if we've ever seen Flores execute it to that level. Just perfectly done and scoring for a 6-2. First set win by the Renegades.
You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently playing our first of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Fireballs and the Renegades. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. That's one intense group of people over there. That's the Renegades.
And you see team captain Goer there in the green jacket, and Goenaga, number 2 player this year, both over with Flores and Ben talking after that first set. Seemed like a good conversation. And look, Flores doing everything right. He didn't let Ikeda pick one of those serves, crossing the wall consistently.
Yep.
Killed a few points. Didn't miss any balls. I mean, exactly what you want to see if you're the Renegades here. Last season, the Renegades, their 4th division doubles team went 0-10. Their 6th division doubles team went 0-10. Flores and Ben now in Division 5. If they can win, one match, a few matches, that can change the entire season for the Renegades. Might be the difference between making the playoffs, might be the difference for the 1 seed. You never know how it's going to play out. But if you're the Fireballs, you got to get back into this match. You have to win. Last season, the Renegades had 5 game days when Goenaga played 1 match, which is the case in today's game days, too. In those 5 game days, they had 0 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. In the 10 game days that Goenaga played 2 matches, the Renegades had 5 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. Shows you right there that when Goenaga plays, more times than not, they're going to end up winning, have a better chance to do so. And this is a match that the Fireballs simply can't lose if they want to get some points.
Ikeda serves. Our second set has begun with an ace. That's point for Ikeda and Joseph, the Fireballs. Ikeda's got the serve.
Just a good serve there. Little cross of the sidewall. Made the catch difficult for Ben. Really first miss of the day for him. Really second. But.
Here's Ben on the backhand, low and hard. Joseph is there. Good catch. Here's the backhand. Ben now from the 9 line. Joseph again. Backhand to the backcourt, and Ben's there. Joseph again. Backhand from the 11 line. Rebote for him by Ikeda. Here's Ben on the pickup. Ball tip. 1-1. Flores has the serve for the Renegades.
If you're the Renegades, you just want to see more of that. Engage in these long rallies, keep the ball inside, get it into the backcourt when at all possible. So far, so good. Now tying it up, 1-1.
Ikeda picks the serve. The 2-all beautifully executed and scoring by Ikeda. That's 2 points for Ikeda and Joseph off the Costado 2-all. Don't see a lot of those from Ikeda.
No.
In fact, that's one of the criticisms. It's not a criticism. You have to feel it to throw it. But this ball comes to him beautifully. He takes that off the sidewall. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful
I said
shot.
that's not an easy combination, and Fireballs get the serve back.
Joseph from deep in the backcourt. Ben steps up, backhand from the 9. Wall to wall, rebote coming out. Ikeda eyes on the rebote, outside placement will score. 3 points for Ikeda and Joseph of the Fireballs. Ikeda serves.
And Ikeda's starting to pick up the pace, opening up a little bit. That's exactly what he's going to have to do.
And he's back at that service line quick.
Yeah, I know he doesn't like to throw a lot of shots, but you got to look at this matchup. The first set, there were a lot of missed balls by his backcourter, so you got to take matters into your own hands, start firing, and force Flores to beat you up there in the front.
It's a good catch by Ben, made behind him. Ikeda from the 9 line. Powerful backhand, clears the overhead screen. Draws dropping. 2-all by Ikeda. That's wide. 2 points for Flores and Ben of the Renegades. Flores has the serve.
And I don't mind it, you know, goes for the costado 2-all again, pushes it a little wide of the boundary, but still, he's keeping his foot on the gas. He's throwing those shots. It's better than him.
Yeah, you know he's looking for this serve too.
Dropping one. So
yeah.
We'll see what he does with the serve. It'll be interesting. No, he's got this one. Oh, it's a good serve. Right on the wall.
Joseph on the catch. Costado to the inside. Here's Ben from the 11 line. Backhand by Joseph to the inside. Here's Ben. Ben on the catch. Ikeda gets in there. That's a great catch behind the 9 line. Here's Ben. Backhand. Low and hard. Picked up by Joseph deep in the backcourt. Ben deep in the backcourt, catching the ball overhead. Here's Ikeda. Fine catch the side wall. Powerful backhand. Ben reaches up, catches it on the forehand. Ikeda powerfully from the right side. Ben, that's a good grab. Powerful backhand. Joseph, good catch at the 11. To the forehand to Ben. Robote dying coming off the back wall. Ikeda puts it right inside. Here's Ben. Then from the 9 to the inside. Ikeda, backhand to the outside of the court. Flores looking for the Robote. Gets down. Makes the 2-all. Ikeda stops it on the forehand. Cortada will score. 4 points for Ikeda and Joseph of the Fireballs. Ikeda serves. So that Cortada, this one actually thrown perfectly. See, Flores makes a nice save. Sets up a 2-all, though. Puts it on Ikeda's forehand. This is the Cortada. Low and hard above the pad, crossing that side wall. Down at the bottom.
Perfect.
Well done. Here's Ben on the backhand. Wall to wall. Robote coming way out. Ben turns and saves the Robote after missing it. First time. Split placement will score from the forehand of Ikeda. 5 points and a possible set point for Ikeda and Joseph.
I think this is a little more what the Fireballs were expecting when they put this team together. And Ikeda, he can't play the same game that he does with Manu in Division 2. I mean, he's just got to open it up. He's got to be the guy, and now he's doing it in set 2.
That's an excellent serve by Ikeda, caught and returned by Ben. Robote forehand. Ben sends this one deep. Ikeda's calling him off. That's a difficult save at the side wall. Ben's there. Backhand by Ben. Ikeda calls for it. Robote save on the forehand, lower. Ben's there. Ball dropped in the backcourt. 3 points for Flores and Ben. Flores serves, still possible set point for Ikeda and Joseph.
Again, these points have been so quick. Ikeda's been shooting the first opportunity, and then when they have set point, they just go back to rallying. I mean, you see it with a lot of these teams. They get close to the finish line, and they just get a little complacent. Keep doing what got you there. Keep firing those shots. See if they one up here.
Airs the backhand by Joseph. Ben's there. Ikeda on the backhand. That ball is tip point and set for Ikeda and Joseph. They take the second set 6-3. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
All right, so split sets here, going to a third set in our first match of the game day. And you like the response there by Ikeda and Joseph. I mean, really just not a well-played first set.
Well, Ikeda turned it up a notch, and then you know he's going to turn it up another notch here in this. What is that? That's this is going to be lost on you, but actually they're doing a redo of the movie right now. I'm blanking on the name of it, but it goes to 11. It's a quote. It'll come to.
Stu.
That translates into your generation,
No,
really?
I know what movie you're referencing, but I can't.
Spinal Tap.
Oh,
Okay, Spinal Tap's the movie, and they're
it's a long story, but
it does go to 11,
I'm
and
with you.
Ikeda's about to churn up again. I'm guessing here in this third set.
I mean, I would think. I mean, here's another
Split placement,
outside,
beautifully executed.
It just splits them up. And when you see both players standing in relatively the same spot, that's really never good in doubles. And then a tip ball there right along the side wall. You know, look at the players out there on the court. I mean, you got to give the edge to Ikeda, the best of the four. So he's got to take over. I mean, he's got to throw the shots. He's up in the front court for a reason. He can make plays up there, attack Flores, and win that matchup in the front.
And he certainly feels the pressure. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no question about it.
But Joseph, too, you know, made a couple of good catches in the second set.
Which one?
And that's all you can do, you know, after missing a few in the first set. I mean, really struggled off the serve, but gave his team a shot there and got it to a third set. See what they can do. We've got a third set coming up right now.
Flores serves. Our third and final set is underway. Here's Joseph. Powerful forehand to the inside, and Ben is there. Good catch. Robote dropping, saved by Ikeda. Flores moves in. Good catch. Backhand. Joseph now from the 13 line. Light touch to the inside. Here's Ben. Ben from the 10 line. Big backhand clears the overhead screen. A Robote forehand by Ikeda. Scoop by Ben. Great control afterwards. Ikeda from the 9 line. To the outside. Ben takes it on the forehand. Ikeda advances, takes it in the air, low and hard. Ben with a great catch to the 8. Ikeda calls for the Robote. Ben ducks at just the right time. This crosses the wall. Ben's there. Ikeda again. Left side Robote to the inside.
Well, it's floating.
That floated.
Oh, my.
And Ben grabbed it. Good catch. Joseph from the 11. Light touch. Ikeda's on it, mid-court. Hard throw to the backcourt. Flores looking for the Robote. He makes the save. Mid-court placement. Joseph reads it, moves up, sends it back. Robote left side, saved by Ben. Here's Ikeda. Ikeda passing. Ben for the Robote. That was dying. Ben made the save. Joseph gets in there. Backhand from the 10. Here's Ben from the side wall. Ikeda calls to the Robote. Joseph from the 11 line to the inside. Big bounce brought down by Ben. Good catch by Joseph. Face full of Ikeda on that one. Here's the backhand by Ben. Joseph again, this time from the 12 line. Joseph snags that one. Big right side from the 13. Caught by Flores. Flores, little clip off the side wall. Ikeda calls for it. Left side Robote to the inside. Here's Ben. Ben from the 10. Big backhand by Ben. Caught by Joseph. Flores down low. Drop shot drops into the pad, and the pad is most definitely bad. Ikeda and Joseph get the first point of a hard-fought first point of the third set.
Best point that Joseph has played so far in the
Absolutely.
Fall 25 season, and you can tell how confident he was because he reached in to take some that Ikeda called him off. I mean, he was picking him off the sidewall.
That's how that works. If you get called off,
I don't care.
If you get called off and you catch it, that's all right.
Yeah, it's all good, and they get the point.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Ben. Flores, good catch at the 7. Backhand. Caught by Joseph. Joseph.
Oh, my. Oh.
Costado 2-all from the 12 line. Did not make it. That's a point for Flores and Ben. Flores serve.
For a moment there, it looked like it may have hit, but just caught the top part of the pad. Quite the attempt there. Not used to seeing that right off the serve, but and if it's in, it scores, but gave one back, and now we're tied up.
Joseph missed the ball mid-court. That's a second point for Flores and Ben. Flores has the serve. Kid doing a good job of trying to keep Joseph's head in the game. Get out of that last throw.
I think he's telling him to go right side if he can. That's his.
Well,
he's got a lot of power.
I mean, Joseph has tremendous power on the forehand.
But also, they've gone away from, Ikeda's gone away from his aggressive style of play. They're just engaged. I mean, the first point was a long rally. Got to throw something, especially if your backcourt is struggling. And another one.
That's a third point for the orange shirts. Flores and Ben. Flores has the serve.
Ikeda again encouraging him. Yeah, telling him to, you know, look, chopping is not what you want to do, but if it's a way to secure the catch, that's what he has to do right now.
I think he said it's not a salad.
Ah.
Joseph in and out of the cesta that ball goes. That is a fourth point for Flores and Ben. Flores has a serve. It's just a point. Ikeda's going to step up there and reach in, and you just hope it's one that he's going to be able to get his cesta on, not be one of these really super difficult catches.
I would have thought that we would have seen him step in for one already. I mean, now, late in his third set, not a lot of points to work with.
There's the backhand by Joseph. Catch by Ben. Ben on the forehand. Over the top. Ikeda takes it on the bounce. Ikeda running catch. Backhand from the 10 line. Ben runs backwards to get it. Hard throw. This one caught by Joseph. He holds on, puts it inside. Ben is there. Ikeda calls for the rebote, forehand rebote to the inside, back to the wall, and Ben is there. That powerful backhand, a little too much. That gets away and hits the overhead screen. That's 5 points for Flores and Ben of the Renegades. Flores has the serve.
You can tell what Ikeda wants to do. He's just trying to pass, get it over Ben's head. Ben's big, he's strong. He can do some damage there from the back. So if you can pass him, sets up the point. You always got to keep that overhead screen in mind.
Possible set, possible match point here for Flores and Ben of the Renegades.
And boys, we were talking about earlier with Goenaga only playing one match. If Flores and Ben could win this and a chance to secure some points on this game day, maybe even win one, I mean, that would be huge for their season. Oh, man.
Point, set, and match for Flores and Ben of the Renegades, winning in the third set 6-1.
Renegades get on the board first with that win. Flores and Ben improving to 1-1. Coming up next, we'll see one of our two singles matches. Lalu takes on Amigarena.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And we're back here with Lalu and Amigarena. Some practice before their singles match. There's that game day scoreboard reflecting the win by Flores and Ben. And there's our season-long standings at the bottom. Cyclones picked up a full point for their game day win last night over the Chargers, so they are in solo first place. Flores and Ben have made their way over to the DraftKings Players Cage. Let's hear from our winners. There they are, Flores and Ben. Congratulations, guys. What a way to set the tone on this game day, getting the win for you. What was the strategy going up against Ikeda and Joseph, considering we haven't seen a lot of Joseph in the backcourt?
Right. So since we didn't see a lot of them, we were just trying to like fill them out the first set. After that, the second and third, we kind of had a strategy. We knew we wanted to keep it away from Ikeda, especially his right side, as much as possible, and we was able to execute that.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great win for you, and good luck the rest of the way today. Thank you.
Go Renegades.
Up next, we've got Lalu and Amigarena in singles. Division III matchup. Both of these players making their debut in singles in fall 25 last season. In his first season here, Lalu with a 4-1 singles record, second best in Division III. Amigarena was only 1-4. That was the worst record in this division. And Amigarena on a new team now, the Renegades, after last season with the Cyclones. See what he's got. Lalu will serve to begin this second match. Lalu serves, powerful serve. We begin match number 2. Robote inside, turn by Lalu. Picked up on the bounce. Here's Amigarena. Robote forehand came up on him quick. He turns it. Oh, it's a tough Robote save. Good reaction there by Amigarena. Now Lalu up at the 5 line, goes for the high 3 wall. Amigarena reads it perfectly, sends it inside, but it caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. First point to Lalu.
Lalu got reasonably lucky there. He made a great catch, but he overthrew it, and Amigarena's court positioning is spot on. He was right there for the Robote, and he just, tried to thread the needle and missed, hit the pad, but...
But to your point, I mean, if that
keep it away from your opponent, yeah.
If that hits, it scores. I totally agree.
What a serve.
Powerful serve is an ace. Lalu makes it 2-0.
See, Andrew, don't talk about Lalu like that. You upset him, because you see that serve? He was looking at you kind of tough after that.
Is this a repeat of Robin last night? I don't want to allow it. He could break this glass back here.
I'm still intimidated by Robin.
Big backhand there by Amigarena. Long Robote saved by Lalu, wall to wall. Now Amigarena sends it inside. Lalu couldn't get there front ways, but he does run it down and saves the Robote. Soft touch on the backhand by Amigarena. He doesn't overthrow, but Lalu saves another one. Amigarena steps up. Costado, he hooked it up the middle. Lalu scoops it. He sends it inside where it scores. 3-0 start for Lalu of the Fireballs.
Amigarena's court positioning again. He's right there when you throw it. Lalu got one to the inside. Very well done.
It's a powerful serve. Amigarena keeps it on the left side, floats the backhand up, past Lalu. Robote 2-wall shot. It opens, but not enough. Amigarena's got it. He whips it inside, and it scores. Amigarena on the board here. His first point.
Amigarena right there to make the catch. No shortage of power coming here on any throw from Lalu, one after the other. That 2-all thrown hard. Amigarena does get to it. Crossing the wall. Out of reach for Lalu to make the play.
That's a nice serve right on the side wall. That's 2 for Amigarena.
Beautifully done by Amigarena.
Low runner inside, scooped up by Amigarena. Big backhand follows. Rebote coming out off the wall, saved by Lalu. Spinning save. Costado to the inside, that will score. That's very well thrown by Amigarena, and he ties it up 3-3.
On the replay, you see Amigarena throwing it in beautifully. And Lalu was positioning wasn't bad, just wasn't there to catch it at the side wall, which would have been a difficult catch.
Backhand to the inside. Rebote's coming out. It's saved by Amigarena. Big bounce. Oh, beautiful control up high by Lalu. He floats one back. Amigarena takes off, looking for the rebote. He sends it. That's a little too high, though. Caught the rail, which is out of play. Lalu retakes the lead, 4-3. That's a powerful serve. Another ace gives Lalu 5 points and a possible set point.
One of the coaches of one of the teams was out here practicing. There's really only one who does it. Of course, that's Tevin. Tevin was talking about Lalu's serve, and he said, I've seen a lot of serves, which he has. And that serve comes quick by any standard.
The good one coming in, crossing. Amigarena's got this one backed up to the wall. Rebote, left side to the inside. Amigarena steps back, controls it at the 11. Now he sends it deep. High to the inside, long rebote, powered by Lalu. It's coming back on the wall. Amigarena, drop shot, rebote, Lalu.
Oh, he's fast.
He got there, takes a look, sends it
but
inside.
Did he overthrow
it's a free wall. Amigarena's got a chance.
He got there.
Saved the rebote.
And he scores on it. My, oh my, what an effort. Sorry to step on you, Andrew.
For Amigarena, he'll serve. It's a good read.
No. I mean, just spot on perfect. Again, we talked about earlier, there was one that I thought that Lalu may have overthrown. But Amigarena gets in there, throws it, and then falls into the screen. I mean, the presence of mind to do that, situational awareness to get the ball up to the glass. So well done by Amigarena.
Lalu, what a backhand that was. Kicks up and out. Rebote, power to the inside, but right to Lalu. He makes the catch. Little bullet of a backhand comes shooting off the wall. Amigarena just flicks it up overhead, no look, and it's in play. Lalu takes time, winds it up to the inside.
What
picked
a catch.
Off the sidewall by Amigarena. Now Lalu, another backhand. Right into that corner. Rebote forehand turned over the top. Lalu runs under it. Costado high to the inside, gives Amigarena a chance on the rebote, and he saves another one. Lalu advancing up at the 6 line, fires it inside. Again, a rebote, and it's saved by Amigarena. Lalu a little deeper this time. Hard to the inside, that will score. Point and set. Lalu wins it 6-4, 2 minutes. Come back and play set 2.
So Lalu, if he can step back from I mean, he's got the power, but if you're going to use that power, use it lower. Unless the guy's trapped in the backcourt and you're going to throw it like so high on the back wall, you're going to pass him and, you know.
You could take some power off of the throw, which you don't think he's going to do. Yeah, whips the ball. Or just throw it a little bit lower, which you see, you know, both effective. But Lalu, 6-4, wins that opening set. I mean, and all power. I mean, the right side, he got 2 points off the serve. One Costado, I believe it's this one here to the inside. Look at how close that is to the side wall.
Beautifully done.
I mean, if he hooks it even a little bit, Amigarena can make a play. Then here to the inside.
Look at that catch.
Yeah, God, that is a tough one to control. Oh, you see some basket go flying there. Saw some reeds taken off. Powerful serve there. And then here's the one that Lalu overthrows. Yeah, look, 3-wall play, but Amigarena
look at that save.
Off.
So well done.
Blind save, and it beats him inside. I don't think Lalu ever thought Amigarena was going to save it, which is why he was up there at about the 1 line on the inside.
He was pretty far up there, no question.
Here's that forehand, and it scores. Still takes the first set, 6-4. Coming up after this, it will be Division 6 doubles. That's Joseph and Cabrera against CRB and Flores. Then Division 2 doubles with Lalu and Aratz against Gosheri and Ben. Followed by Division 3 doubles, Arutia and Cabrera go up against Goenaga and Amigarena. And the finale will be a singles matchup between the brothers. Division 1 singles, Aratz and Gosheri.
Have they played against each other so
They
far?
did last, not this season. Well,
Last
winter
season?
25,
Okay.
they did, yes. But not yet this year. Amigarena showing off. Is that a highlight tattoo? There are a couple players on the roster that have one, and
I didn't
it was
see
something on the bicep. I believe so.
If Amigarena's got a tattoo, it's probably highlight related. That's my guess.
Set 2, ready to begin. There's a serve. Set 2 is underway. Robote left side to the inside. Lalu steps back, makes the catch at the 10. Floats one back, out of reach. Amigarena goes to the ground, sweeps it off the floor. Lalu takes a look. Forehand inside, scores. That's a point for Lalu to begin set 2.
There's a rather large step there to his right. Don't often see that from Lalu. Player manager came up with an interesting name for that step.
Powerful serve, that crosses the wall, but Amigarena steps back. He plays it inside. Lalu, backhand goes wall to wall. Amigarena turns it 2 walls. Not enough. Lalu from the outside keeps this one low and hard, and it scores. 2-0. Lalu serves.
Lalu's got a weapon. He needs to get back to it, but make sure that it crosses the wall. Amigarena's court positioning, again, excellent. This 2-all, I mean, it's still within the boundary lines, back behind the 9 line. And you're throwing that against someone who's got a real weapon with their right side.
Hard serve again.
Wow.
That one's on the wall. It's an ace. 3-0 for Lalu.
It's pretty much what key in highlight, and I guess any sport really, is that, you know, you need to be able to see the ball in order to catch it. And I heard a Rotz talking and turned my head for a second, and the point was over. That's highlight.
Low hard serve, picked up off the floor. Amigarena's got it, plays it inside. Robote sent up high. It's up in the overhead screen, kicked up and out of play. That's 1 for Amigarena. Lalu makes the catch, floats it up and out of reach again. Amigarena takes off early. Robote from the 7 line, thrown to pass. Lalu sends one inside, powerfully thrown. It's dropping.
Look at that.
Amigarena goes to the floor. He digs it out.
Tremendous effort.
Lalu steps back, forehand right at his feet. Another one coming in. Amigarena's got it again. This one even lower. Scoop missed. Robote's not there. Well played. Lalu makes it 4-1.
Amigarena going for the scoop at the side wall. That would have been impressive. Clean miss, but still had the presence of mind to try to turn the Robote. 4-1 in favor of Lalu of the Fireballs.
Robote to the inside. Looked like some contact. Interference has been ruled. The point will be replayed.
So interference is something that is requested by the player, and it doesn't have to be a verbal request. It could be a look, it could be a nod, it could be a hand signal if a player feels that he's been interfered with. And that was the case there. Lalu knew it as well.
Amigarena opens with the backhand. Robote's coming out. Lalu up at the 8 line, sends it inside, picked off the wall. Here's Amigarena. Floats one up and out of reach. Now Lalu powerfully to the inside, into that corner again. Robote, turn, scooped up by Lalu.
It's a beautiful catch.
Great range there. Robote hooked. That's 5 points, possible set, and a possible match point for Lalu of the Fireballs.
Oh, Migraina's got to be frustrated with that. That is definition of a hooked Robote. I mean, he had a lot of power behind it, but that just stayed in his basket as he was following through. Tough one.
The backhand, boy, just cleared the overhead screen. Robote to the outside, scores for the win. Point, set, and match. Lalu takes it in straight set, 6-4, 6-1. And with that win, Lalu ties up the game day. You see that score on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. It was there. 1-1. Moving on to match 3. Joseph and Cabrera take on CRB and Flores. You see Cabrera making his way out to the court. With a tie game day, got a chance for the Fireballs to step out in front. But let's see some replays before we hear from Lalu.
I'm translating.
Forehand to the inside. And just beat Amigarena. Look at that diving save. Amigarena really dug that one out.
Beautiful.
And then the Robote outside there.
Just so well done.
Didn't really throw a bunch of shots and ended him with one. We're going to hear from our winner, Lalu. It's over in the DraftKings Players Cage. There he is. Congratulations, Lalu. Now in your second season here in Battlecourt, what part of your game has improved the most since you got here last winter?
Lalu, felicitaciones por ganar ese partido. ¿Cómo han cambiado tus juegos de que llegaste esta temporada en Battlecourt, siendo que esta es tu segunda temporada jugando?
Sí, creo que para mí es mejor de rematar al medio del frontón para hacer tantos.
For me, it's better to just send kill shots right down the middle of the fronton.
Ahora empiezo a conocer el juego aquí en single por mi segunda temporada y lo pasé bien.
I'm just now starting to learn the game of how to play singles in this court, and I'm starting to have a great time.
Awesome, Lalu. You showed it out there. Big win for you, and you tied up the game day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to doubles. Division 6 matchup here. We'll see Joseph and Cabrera against CRB and Flores. So we've seen Joseph and Cabrera already this season. They've played one match, and they did win that one. CRB and Flores, that's their debut here.
We're ready to begin our next match. Joseph will have the serve for the Fireball.
Sorry, Stu. I was just going to say
my
CRB
apologies.
picked up this season in the draft in Division 5-2, the Renegades, replacing Stan.
Here's the backhand by Flores. And he gets it by Cabrera down low. First point goes to CRB and Flores of the Renegades. CRB has the serve.
You couldn't have asked for a better throw there by Flores to start things off. Cabrera was positioned up closer to the 9 line, and Flores threw it basically right there, low, on the side wall. Exactly what you want to see.
Here's the backhand by Cabrera. Flores, good catch, backhand from the 10 line. Robote saved by Cabrera. Picked off by CRB. CRB to the outside. Joseph stops it. Throws it to pass. Flores looking for the Robote. He makes a save. Cabrera calls for it, has it on the backhand, low, hard backhand, will score. 1-1, Joseph serves for the Fireballs.
I like the thought by CRB. It's just a better catch by Joseph there on the outside. Scoops it up, a powerful forehand, gets the point for the Fireballs to tie things up.
Here's the catch by Cabrera. There's the backhand. Low and hard to the inside. Will score. 2 points for Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph serve.
Again, another backhand coming in the low. A little softer touch that time, but you put it at Flores' feet, you're going to see a lot more misses there.
That ball stays in, inside, and scores. Quite the serve by Joseph. Snuck one by him. That's 3 points for Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph serves.
One of those guys
Sneaky.
that can find the sidewall chula there. I can see why the Fireballs picked him up. Look at this. Stays inside, and that scores.
Flores moves to the outside, makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Cabrera, backhand. The inside, low and hard. Flores is there. Backhand 2-all. Joseph catches it in the air. Juggle occurred. That's 2 points for CRB and Flores. CRB has the serve. Yeah,
Good call by the judge.
Yeah, when you catch the ball, you have to catch it solidly. The ball will move in the cesta. In fact, has to move. You usually catch it pretty deep, but when you throw it, it's up near the tip.
Yeah,
but it can't lose contact with the surface of the cesta.
And that was the front judge. Made a pretty good call on that, too. You see the ball fully out of the basket when it comes close to the hand.
Yeah, that's definition of a juggle. Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Cabrera on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote, up, and away. That's out of play. 4 points for Joseph and Cabrera of the Fireballs. Joseph serves.
CRB tries to get a little more power on that. Robote just doesn't want to lay something up, and Joseph can attack. But again, at this level, limiting the unforced errors goes a long way. And so far, Fireballs are doing a great job of that, led by Cabrera in the back.
Another good serve there by Joseph. Here's Flores. Hard throw by Flores. Robote coming out. Joseph on the Robote to the inside. Flores, powerful backhand. Robote forehand, missed at the 8 line. 3rd point for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. CRB serves.
Yeah, and that Robote was dropping as Joseph went to the floor to try to make the save. You got to line it up.
We've discussed that about, you know, if you're already on the floor when the ball's coming to you, and that you see that basically at almost every level of play.
Yeah, you can't really get a lot of power.
Here's the backhand by Cabrera. Flores on the catch. Backhand from the 10 line. Cabrera, powerful backhand. Flores is there. Cabrera moves up. Backhand to the inside. Low and hard and scoring. 5 points and a possible set point here for Joseph and Cabrera of the Fireballs. Joseph has the serve.
And Cabrera really unmatched in this level. I mean, there's nobody that can deliver those low runners to the inside that consistently trip up these backquarters like him. Another one there. Chance to close out the set.
Cabrera, perfect positioning. There's the backhand. Robote forehand. What a catch by Joseph. He reached in, made the play. Here's CRB. To Cabrera. Cabrera on the backhand. Flores, right side. Perfect placement to score. 4 points for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. Still possible set point for Joseph and Cabrera.
If I'm the Renegades and I saw that last point, I would just tell them, keep throwing it soft to the inside. Cabrera likes to manage play from the backcourt, and he tends to stay deep. You got to make him move. Get him off his footing, throw drop shots, soft cortadas, whatever you have to do.
Beautiful catch by Cabrera. There's the backhand. Flores on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Flores again. Backhand. Cabrera pulled that off the sidewall. That's a tough catch. Oh. That one did catch the back, the overhead screen rather, on passing to the back wall. 5-5, set point.
Yeah, tough catch by Cabrera, but he never had full control of that ball. Sent it up high and kicked up in the overhead screen. That's an area where he's really improved his game. Doesn't throw many out of play.
Cabrera on the catch. There's the backhand. Flores from the 11. Cabrera across court to take it on the backhand. Low runner to the inside. Flores down low with the catch. Big backhand. Joseph, rebote to the inside. CRB's on it, winding up. Drop shot. Joseph got to it, could not hold on. Point and set for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. 2 minutes go up on the board. We come back out and play our next set. Got away from him, huh?
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
got
it
away
really
from 'em.
looked like the Fireballs were in control. I mean, 5-3 and then 3 in a row. The Renegades steal that first set away.
You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently playing our third of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Some replays. First one gets by Flores. He was pretty solid after that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it's
at
really,
serve.
Yeah, that was a wonky bounce. I mean, looking back at these replays, it's really hard to believe the Fireballs lost this set. I mean, it got away from them fast, and that was really the catalyst for the run. There was that soft cortada by Flores from the backcourt.
That is one of the unique things about, I don't know if it's unique to highlight, but really, no lead is safe, and really anything can happen, especially when you get a wonky bounce or two, or...
And sometimes, too, in Jai-Alai, you could play so well and have nothing to show for it.
Well, yeah,
Unlike
that's
other,
the...
in basketball, you play well, you put up some points, you have a couple rebounds, some assists, maybe add a steal, a block, whatever. But here in Battle Court, you can catch every ball and you can get the loss, and it doesn't really do anything for you.
Financially as well. I mean, you win the game. That's why some of those 6-5 losses are a bit on the painful side. It's like, yeah, we're not talking about like a fancy dinner either. We're talking about like a portion of a car payment. For those of us, Andrew, I'm sorry, not that Bentley payment that you're making. It's a beautiful car, by the way.
It's just not as fuel efficient as you think. You spend all that,
I've heard
and
that
then you gotta pay for
V12, that
gas.
V12 just comes back and bites you in the. Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
You know it's still.
yeah.
Players making their way out there for set number 2. Joseph and Cabrera will have the serve.
There's the serve by Joseph. Second set's underway. Here's the backhand by Flores. Good read by Cabrera.
Oh, it's a 2-all.
At 2-all.
Oh,
Lands in perfect to score. First point in the second set goes to Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph was standing there with hands up like, I got nothing to do with it.
oh, he's trying to get out of the way to let the Renegades make a play. Not a great read by CRB up there in the front. He couldn't track the ball, really locate it, and it dropped just inside the boundary.
Flores advances to make that catch. There's the backhand. He passes Cabrera. Cabrera for the rebote. Right up the middle into the forehand of CRB. CRB down low on the cortada. Backhand 2-all. Going to land in and score 2 points for Joseph and Cabrera of the Fireballs. Joseph serves.
Well, that's tricky. The backhand 2-all. CRB not expecting it. And Cabrera didn't throw one in the first set. He likes to go to it specifically at this level of doubles more than in Division 3. CRB is going to be that aggressive. It can be open all day.
Flores on the catch. Here's the backhand. Too much. That hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 3 points for Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph serves.
But this is how the Renegades really started that last set, too. So, again, not really much of a concern here. Just got to rein it back in, focus, and get these points back up on the board. When they've engaged in longer rallies, I mean, it really kind of has gone their way, which you wouldn't expect playing against Cabrera.
There's the backhand by Flores. That one gets away, hits the overhead screen. That's 4 points. Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph has the serve.
Yeah, Flores, he wants to pass when he catches that serve initially. Tries to get it over Cabrera, but when you don't have full control and you have a little extra swing, it's going to end up in that overhead boundary more times than not.
Fault. 2-all serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Yeah, it has to hit the front wall first. If it hits the crack, by definition, it's hitting the front wall at the same time it hits the side wall. Got to hit that front wall first on the serve. Second serve coming up. Double fault. No shutout here. CRB and Flores on the board with the point. CRB has a serve for the Renegades.
Just a gift to the Renegades here. I mean, haven't gotten anything on the board. You double fault, and this is a big point here.
Beautiful catch by Cabrera. Big backhand. Rebote coming out. CRB on the forehand. Rebote to the inside. Cabrera's there. Backhand. Low and hard. CRB, good catch. Cabrera from the 9 line. Backhand to the inside. Rebote. Forehand is missed by CRB. 5 points for Joseph and Cabrera of the Fireballs. Possible set point. I don't know that I've said that much. CRB is usually pretty much well spot on.
It's missed a few rebotes here. Left side, right side, pad, overhead screen.
Flores on the catch. There's the backhand. Rebote, hard to the inside, and Flores is there. Cabrera sits up at the 9 line. Backhand 2-all. Caught in the air by CRB. Split placement. Stopped by Joseph. 2-all by Joseph. Is out. 2 points for CRB and Flores. CRB serves. Oh, Joseph went for it.
That was close.
That wasn't by any stretch of the imagination an accident. That was a kill shot he was going for.
It seemed to be more controlled than the one we saw
Definitely,
earlier.
absolutely.
Too, so
no question
I
about
don't
it.
mind that attempt at all.
Cabrera on the backhand to the inside. Rebote by CRB. Joseph gets in there. 2-all hits the pad, and the pad is bad. That is 3 points for CRB and Flores. CRB serves.
Going right back to it. Felt like it was just a little early on in that rally. You know, after missing one, you have a 3-point lead. You don't want to give your opponent anything to help them get back into it. And
not in the second set.
Gift, you know, we've seen a 3-point run already.
There's the backhand by Cabrera, throwing hard. Rebote coming out. CRB right up the middle. Joseph stops it on the forehand. Hard throw coming back to Flores, right past him, and scores. Point and set to Joseph and Cabrera, taking the second set, 6-3. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. So the Fireballs squeak out the second set there. We'll move on to a third and final set here. Just a little over a minute and a half. You're watching battlecourt live from the Magic City League Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently in our third match of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Here we are on the Fireball side. You see a Rots in the hoodie trying to stay warm back here in this meat locker of a locker room that we do appreciate in South Florida, no question about it, but it is cold enough to hang beef back here. Cabrera there, having made some good catches, landed a backhand 2-all in. Joseph making his teammates a little nervous there. I don't know if he made his teammates nervous, made me a little nervous in terms of unforced errors. Want to avoid those as much as possible. Here we are over on the Renegades half of Players Cage. You see Migarena in the hoodie, CRB, consulting with Ben. And Flores. It's always good to get some feedback in between sets. Players who are sitting out of the game can sometimes see if you're doing something consistently incorrect. Or sometimes it's just a few words of confidence like Ben here. Ben's just telling Flores not to worry about it. Just go out and catch and throw, catch and throw.
And we haven't even seen Goer or Goenaga yet for the Renegades, and if they can win this match, they would have a 2-1 lead before we see either of those two have been just. You can't overstate the importance of those two to this Renegades team. 3 championships in the franchise history, and big reason why.
I mean, we've seen them. I saw them in the parking lot.
Well, I just saw them too, but not out there on the court. Goenaga,
yes,
only one match, as we said. Goer playing 2, but his first coming up next. Lalu and Arats take on Goer and Ben. We got to finish this one, though. Set 3, CRB will serve.
Ready to begin our third and final set. First one to 6 points, win the match. CRB serves. There's the backhand to the inside. Beautifully thrown. CRB for the rebote. Plays it high. Cabrera will take that on the bounce. Forehand from the 9 line.
Oh, yeah. Well,
first point goes to Joseph and Cabrera of the Fireballs.
So it looked like Flores wanted interference there.
After
but
the fact.
Yeah, after he missed.
After he missed. That's the key
you
there.
don't get a double chance.
It happens so quickly. I mean, interference doesn't happen often. When it does happen, it tends to happen pretty quickly. And in that case, he had gone for it. Rebote left side by Cabrera, caught by CRB. CRB hard to the inside. Cabrera's there. Hard backhand by Cabrera, caught beautifully by Flores. That ball takes off and hits the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Joseph and Cabrera of the Fireballs. Joseph serves.
Just a matter of control again. You know, he makes a good catch, but can't seem to settle that ball down in the basket.
Flores goes right up the middle with this throw. Cabrera goes down low. Catch by CRB. Cabrera calls. Joseph off, puts it hard to the inside. That's a beautiful scoop by Flores. Cabrera to the backcourt to make the catch. Here's the backhand. Caught by Flores. Rebote left side. It's a 2-all. It's out. 3 points for Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph serves.
Fireballs have just kept it pretty consistent, led by Cabrera there in the back. I mean, Joseph, outside of that late run in set 2 where he threw a couple shots in a row, it's just been consistent play to the inside, force your opponent to drop it, and so far so good here. 3-0. Got to close it out, though.
There's the backhand by Flores. Cabrera looking for the rebote to the inside. He goes at the sidewall. Flores, tremendous catch at the 11 line. What a catch by Cabrera deep in the backcourt. That's an excellent catch by Joseph. Light touch on the return. CRB makes the stop. Rebote forehand hooked. Point for CRB and Flores of the Renegades. CRB serves.
CRB working hard on that point. Good range here, makes a stop, and then beautiful little drop shot. Here's Joseph a little earlier in the point. Throws this soft forehand, but CRB, look at this. He gets up to it.
Good
beautiful
read.
Catch, and then here's the backhand right in the corner. And then you like to see Cabrera playing those rebotes instead of catching it in front of him.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. There's the backhand by Cabrera. Flores is there. That one took off, hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 4 points for the blue shirts. Fireballs, Joseph and Cabrera. Joseph has the serve.
I mean, we've just seen this mistake. It seems like 5 or 6 times in this match. At some point, you just got to forget about passing and keep the ball in play. Even if you throw it up to Joseph there at the 5 line, it's better than giving away a point off the first throw.
Here's the backhand by Flores. To the back wall it goes. Joseph on the rebote. CRB with the catch, winds up, outside. That's out of play. 5 points possible. Match point for Fireballs, Joseph and Cabrera.
Yeah, it looked like CRB just hooked that one, wanted it so badly, overthrew it a little bit, and the tendency is to push it wide and outside of play in the end. Be a huge win here for the Fireballs. They needed it, and they got back into this match if they can finish.
Here's the backhand by Flores. Cabrera for the rebote. High to the inside. Flores with fine catch. He passes. Rebote forehand, saved. Flores is there, backhand from the 10. Joseph, forehand rebote. Flores is on it. Backhand again, does not pass. Here's Cabrera. CRB's on it, winding up. At 2-all, out. Point, set, and match to the Fireballs, Joseph and Cabrera, winning 6-1 in the third set.
Back-to-back wins for the Fireballs. They're now in front in the game day, leading 2-1. We'll head over to Division II doubles. That's Lalu and Arats against Goer and Ben.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
And back here with some Division II doubles practice there. Goer and Ben and Lalu and Arats. Some familiar opponents going at it in our next match. There's that game day scoreboard, 2-1 in favor of the Fireballs. And you see these two teams both tied with one win in as many game days this season. We're going to hear from Joseph and Cabrera. There they are. Congratulations, guys. What was the key to battling back? No, the first set didn't go your way, but ultimately got the win. What was the key there for you?
Yeah, we just made too many mistakes in the first set, and then to 6 points, it's gonna not be in your favor. So they capitalized on our mistakes and they won the first set, but we won the last two, which means we win the game, and that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Great start for you guys. 2-0, so congratulations on that win.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Division II doubles. About ready to begin. We'll see Lalu and Arats up against Goer and Ben. Battle of the brothers, Goer and Arats going up against each other here in doubles before their singles match. That will close out the day. Lalu and Arats 0-1 so far this season. Goer and Ben 1-0. Both of these teams played last season in Division II. Goer and Ben with a 6-4 record, one of the best in this second division. Lalu ready to serve. And we begin match number 4. Arats with the backhand to the inside, picked off by Goer. Sends it back. Arats makes the catch low on the left side. Goer, Costado, it's a drop shot. Arats took off early. He got there before the second bounce. This one past Ben. Goer sends it inside. It's on the wall, picked off by Arats. Beautiful catch. Now Ben steps up, does the same at the 10 line. Back inside now, Lalu. Little bolt of a backhand, dropping. Ben picks it up off the floor. Drops it inside, and Arats takes it off the wall. Big backhand follows there. Past Ben. Goer. Bote save. Big bounce. Sends Arats back to the 11. Arats from the 12 line. This one kicking up. Not past Ben, though. Good range back behind him. Makes the catch. Now Lalu again. Beautiful play right along the side wall. Ben from the 12. Now Arats, same spot. A little bit higher, and Goer able to cut it off, though. It's a strong backhand. Lalu saves the rebote. Drops between them. Well, Ben steps in front of Goer. Not a lot of communication, but they do make the save. Lalu, hard to the inside, scoop by Goer. Drop shot. Will score. What a combination there. Makes a great catch. Get the Renegades on the board first. 4.
Quite the drop shot. I mean, Goer throws them well, but that one was several feet from the side wall. So Lalu had a shot at it, but that's how soft he threw it. I mean, just a very light touch there. Still past the 4 line, but perfect placement by Goer.
That's an underserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Here's Aratz. Back inside, crossing low. Ben picks it up. Floats one high, catch by Aratz, backhand. That caught the rail, which is out of play. 2 points for Goer and Ben. Back inside, here's Ben. Lalu waits for it at the 9 line, takes it in, floats one back now, Goer. Catch inside Aratz from the 11. Wall to wall. Oh, actually, Ben stepped in there at the last second.
Beautiful
Again,
catch.
reaching in there late, makes a tough catch. This one dropping. Lalu picks it up. Oh, bullet of a backhand right to Goer. Costado, it's a 2-wall. Not opening enough. Lalu, Karam from the outside scores. Gets the fireballs on the board with 1.
See, now that's entirely appropriate. Sometimes we've had difficulty in the past here as we watch the replay with players on the outside telling players in the court where to throw. That's not allowed, but your backcourt are telling you where to throw. That's allowed every time. Aratz saw that the 2-wall was open, told him to throw 2 walls.
Aratz has to get out there. He saves the rebote to the outside, though. A little too far out. That's out of play.
Saw what Aratz was doing. He was trying to put it to the outside, you know, have it land in just before the cage, but got to keep within those boundary lines.
That is a missed serve. First fault, second serve coming up.
Miss serve.
Double fault. That is an underserve. A double fault. That's going to get Lalu and Aratz their second point.
It's one of those things that you and I talked about, Andrew, is that on that statistics sheet, you know, the one stat that we can't account for is when there is a distraction that has nothing to do with anything that we can see. Goer doesn't make those mistakes.
No.
Sometimes, and it happens. I mean, sometimes your head's just someplace else. These guys are human.
That's an underserve by Lalu. First fault. Second one coming up.
Very powerful underserve. He has 1 speed on that serve, Lalu. Fast.
Backhand to the inside, dropping low. There's Aratz. Goer takes it off the wall. Backhand to the inside. Catch by Aratz again. He sends it deep. Ben's there. Backhand along the wall. Now Lalu, good range. Makes the catch at the 10 line. Sends it back. Goer on the move. Turns the rebote powerfully from the right side.
Wow.
Scoop by Aratz deep in the backcourt. Goer rips it off the wall. Backhand up the middle. Aratz keeps it on the left side. Back inside. Now Ben. Powerful backhand there. Past Aratz. Lalu swing and a miss on the rebote. The lead's back to 2 for the Renegades.
A lot of power behind that miss. Just needed the ball to complete the throw. 4-2 in favor of the Renegades here. That's really the good thing, is that with Goer. Goer is one of those players that if he is off for any one point, he can get that concentration back pretty quick with power.
Great catch by Ben, flying into the corner. To the inside, now Lalu. Ben with the forehand. Sends it high off the front wall, dropping. Arats makes the catch. Now Ben back at the 12 line, plays it up the middle. Arats is there once more. Sherry from the 10, powerful return. Arats ranging back, makes the catch on the wall. Lalu steps up, he's at the 9 line. Forehand, stopped by Ben now. One fired up the middle, Lalu with a chance on the forehand, whips it inside, picked off by Goer, back at the 10. Backhand follows, takes Lalu up to the 5 line, drops it inside, Goer, good catch overhead. Right back to Lalu, Costado, up the middle, Ben missed it. That's 3 for the Fireballs, Lalu and Arats.
Lalu and Arats doing a good job maintaining their composure. Rare miss by Ben. Ben, especially when he's playing with Goer, he's usually spot on as far as those catches are concerned. Nothing easy about that catch, though. He moved up on it well, wound up becoming a scoop that he just wasn't able to complete.
Ben from the 10 line, back inside, drops between them. Lalu calls him off, makes it tough for Bote's save. Not a lot of communication there by the Renegades, and the Rebote comes up short. 4-4 is the score. Lalu and Arats will serve.
You're absolutely right. That's what was most noticeable about that. It wasn't the miss. It was the miscommunication. There's no question about it, is that Goer is usually very aggressive up there, and he'll tell Ben when he needs to get in there and get it. He didn't there. Ben figured it out about a second too late.
Ben's backhand comes up the middle. Arats hard to the inside. Ben hesitated, then got in there, made the catch. Lalu, power on that backhand, comes shooting off the wall. Rebote dropped right to Arats. He makes the catch in the air. Will bowl it inside. Now Ben steps up. Fires it back inside, right to Lalu. Backhand kicking up. Rebote coming out. Goer pushes it up the middle. Lalu makes the catch, takes a look, sends it inside. Goer catches it in the air. Backhand, right back to Arats. That Rebote escaping. 5 points and a possible set point for Lalu and Arats.
So you heard Goer call Ben off of that play. Again, entrusting Goer with the Rebote is no problem whatsoever. That one just went wide and high, out of play. Possible set point here for the Fireballs.
Powerful serve. Ben handles it at the 11. Sends it high to the inside. Long Rebote. Lalu tracks it down, sends it up the middle. It's scooped by Goer. He powers it inside. That's stopped by Arats now. Goer, Rebote along the wall. Arats gets there in the air. Backhand, low and hard. Oh, stopped in the air. Outside placement, it's in. But Lalu scoops it. Karam from the outside will score. Point and set. Lalu and Arats win at 6-4. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set 2.
Lalu doing an excellent job there of killing it on the 2-all. Worked for him twice. Karam scoring. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day between the Fireballs and the Renegades. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Some replays from that first set. Here you see Lalu catching it on the right side, taking a look. Beautiful scoop by Goer. And this drop shot, perfectly placed. Good effort by Lalu to try to get back to that. 2-all by Goer. Again, he's putting it on the forehand of Lalu. Lalu has been blasting him to the inside, not that one. Arats yelled, dose, 2-all. That's exactly what he did, through the Karam to score. And again here at the end, Karam, well thrown by Lalu. Well played set. There by the Fireballs. Communication seeming just a little off there between Ben and Goer. But one thing we do know is that Goer usually comes back in the second set firing.
Yes, we know that for sure. We expecting a fired up Goer coming out here for set number 2. In a set in which the Renegades were leading 4-2, Goer double faulted prior to that. I mean, that feels like one that they gave away. Not often you say that. But set 2 ready to begin, and Goer is confident as anybody that he can come back and win these next 2 sets. See the clock winding down there. All 4 players ready to go. Make it official here in just a few seconds, but Goer will have the serve to begin set number 2. Powerful serve by Goer. Set 2 is underway. Lalu picked it, sends it back to Ben. He's there to make the catch. Now Arat's on the inside from the 10 line, plays it on the wall. Stopped by Ben. Robote forehand, Goer whips it off the side wall, and Arat's backs up and scoops it up. Robote inside with a bounce. Arat's climbs the wall, comes down with the ball, backhand, stopped by Goer. Lalu picks it off the wall. It's a fine catch. Back to Ben inside. Ben kicks it off the wall. Arat's good read, steps up, caught in the air, backhand. Ben takes it right off the side wall. Arat's with the catch, floats one up. Ben under it, stops at the 12 line. Arat's got out of the way, and Ben plays it back to him. Powerful throw, cutting inside, not enough though. Arat's pulls it, backhand, right to Ben. Robote comes out a little wonky, saved by Goer, but Lalu puts it back over the top, inside, scoop by Ben. There's the backhand. Tipped as it was flying into the corner there. That's a perfect throw by Lalu. Gets the fireballs on the board in set 2.
Yeah, and if not tipped, Ben's hit by the ball. Hate to see that.
Backhand to the inside, Robote. Goer pushes it up the middle. 2-all, ooh, not enough. Goer from the outside, forehand, this one dropping. Arat goes to the floor, he makes the save. Now Goer pumps it inside, another one, tougher Robote, and Arat has got it again. Drop shot, that's a long run, and he's not gonna get there. Tremendous effort, but Goer and Ben get the point, and we're tied.
Tremendous effort by Arat to try to chase that down. Beautifully done.
Catch inside, overhead by Ben. This one comes in low along the wall. Great catch by Lalu. Robote stays inside. Arat's now on the forehand. Hits it high off the wall. Goer stays there in position. Sends Robote back to Arat. He steps up, charging on the inside to make the play. Another long Robote. Sent inside. Arat's right there. Makes the catch before it crosses the wall. Lalu keeps this one low. It's dropping. Late call by Goer. He saves the Robote, but Lalu with a chance whips it outside. It scores. Right at Goer's feet, 2-1. Fireballs retake the lead.
That was a powerful costado to the outside. I mean, very rare that we see Goer miss. Lalu was on this beautiful catch, blasts it to the outside. Off the tip of the cesta it goes.
Rotz runs around it, keeps it on the left side. Right back to Ben, though. Comes flying in to make the catch. There's Lalu. What a bullet of a backhand. This comes flying off the back wall. Gosheri turns it inside. Rotz on the hop makes the catch. Another nice backhand right into the corner. Rabote forehand turned and scooped up by Rotz.
Oh, what a catch by Ben.
Catch there by Ben. He comes over the top to the inside. Lalu didn't want it. Now Rotz from the backcourt sends it high and deep. Long Rabote. Gosheri powers it inside. Caught by Rotz. Rabote forehand picked up high in the left side. Rotz back in. Now Ben. Forehand just does clear the screen. Comes to Rotz. His backhand along the wall. Ben stops another one. Rotz, same spot, a little bit harder. Ben reaching back into the corner, makes the catch. Powerful throw that was. Gosheri backpedals quickly, fires it inside. Scoop by Rotz. And takes a look. Throws it safely to the inside. Now Lalu backed up to the 10. He cuts it off. Gosheri does the same. This one sticks to the sidewall. Rotz has to save the Rabote, and he does. Oh, that one clipped a bit. Lalu runs under it. Forehand. Back to the inside. Trying to get it there to Benny. Makes a fine catch on the left side. Now Rotz from the 13. Back inside. Cut off overhead by Gosheri. Low bullet. Now to Lalu. 2-wall by Lalu. Oh, Gosheri makes the catch. His carom from the outside scores. Ties it up 2-2.
Exactly what we saw Lalu do before. Again, Gosheri switching from just blasting it to the front wall to throwing a carom just out of reach of Lalu. Well done.
Yeah, he goes for this 2-wall. But yeah, look at where he catches it, though. I mean, he's on it the whole way and just outside the boundary. Lalu went for the serve, tipped it. That's going to give the Renegades the lead.
Lalu thought he had it or had a play on it, but it was wide, and that serve was coming fast. And you got a Rotz back there. I mean, if the ball's right there and you're positive you got it, that's one thing. With a Rotz in the backcourt.
What a hard serve, even better catch by Rotz. Gosheri with the early call. He sends Rabote high. Rotz couldn't get there. He's waiting for it, and it's on the wall. That comes up short on the return. 4 points for Gosheri and Ben.
Yeah, Gosheri in a second set when he's dropped the first set is dangerous. That Rabote came back right on the wall. Real difficult to play.
That's an overserve. Touched or past the 7 line. Second serve coming up. Gosheri all the way out there from the 6 line, plays it inside. Rotz makes the catch, throws it back. Ben didn't want it. Rabote, saved by Gosheri, clears the screen. Rotz steps up, he's at the 8, low bullet inside. Ben reaches in this time, makes the catch. Lalu alone for that. Rabote, powerfully thrown inside. This one dropping, Gosheri digs it out. Lalu able to run under it, floats the backhand up. Gosheri calls it early again, fires it up the middle, caught on the left side of Rotz. Now Ben. Gets it back to the corner. Rotz sends it high and deep. Rabote coming out. Gosheri turns it to the corner. That opens up Rotz. Good reach. Makes the catch. Just drops it inside. Oh, Gosheri with the scoop and the drop shot. Well, too droppy. That's in the pad.
Second one. That one was nice. Can't count the second one, Ben. Sorry. Ben was asking for something that doesn't exist, and every now and then you got to let these guys that unicorns may exist, just not here and now.
what a catch there by Ben. That serve came up on him quick. And again, that one crossed late, makes the stop on the left side, plays it back. Aratz there at the 11. Catch by Aratz, back beyond the 13, plays it inside. Now Ben. Forehand played back over the top, scoop by Goer. Inside placement, and Aratz makes a leaping scoop there on the left side. Robote coming back to Goer, pumps it inside again. Aratz backing up, he makes the high scoop. Forehand Robote up the middle. Lalu takes a look, forehand to the inside, crossing the wall, and Ben makes another great play. Robote to the inside. Lalu had it for a moment, but then dropped it. 5 points possible, set point for Goer and Ben.
Lalu, so good at that side wall in that case, just came in too fast and too hard.
Robote scooped up by Aratz, backhand to the inside. Here's Ben. Here's Lalu on the inside, backhand. This comes flying off the back wall. Goer turns it quickly. Well, Aratz gonna let it pass. It's a 2-all, comes right back to Goer, forehand. Sent outside, it lands in and scores for the win. Point and
Beautiful.
set. Goer and Ben take it 6-3. We got a third one coming up in 2 minutes.
Going to be an interesting third set. Goer obviously very well motivated. See that play that we just saw. High off the front wall, high to the side wall, passing both of his opponents, dropping right in and shooting out to the screen. Beautifully done.
Yeah, that's where you want to place it. As long as you get it over the backcourter's head in the air and get it to hit off the back wall, it's going to open up every time as it did there to give the Renegades the win. Take a look at some of those replays in set 2. Robote coming in here. Look at Aratz. Fall down save to the inside, but Goer keeps the pressure on. It's a drop shot. Yeah, it's bouncing still, I mean, beyond the floor line, but Aratz was practically in the cage and on the floor when he saved that Robote. Lalu here, there's a 2-all, but when you don't score on it, pretty good chance Goer is going to return something that does. You got the carom there. And this one here, it's a Robote. Aratz doesn't want to give it to Goer's forehand. It clips the side wall, sends it high, and you see how it opens up after contact with the back wall. And 6-3 in the Renegades' favor. You mentioned Goer in the second set, Stu.
He's
after
scary,
dropping the first set.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it might not be 100%, but the hit rate is pretty darn close. And it's been 8 seasons, and he plays 2 matches a day. So it's not like it's a small sample size either. This guy he's incredible, what he's able to do, especially playing from behind.
absolutely. Douglas also, you know, we also say, we frequently talk about Goer and Douglas and the same, I mean, only a couple months apart, born at the same hospital. There's a lot that they have in common, a lot that they don't have in common. But both, when coming from behind, be very, very dangerous.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Ben. Oh, Goer scooped it on the right side. Karam, it opens and scores.
Yeah, you
Great
don't like
start
to
to
see
set
that.
two.
Yeah, you throw the ball hard, you throw the ball well, and Goer scoops it on the forehand. Yep. You know you're in some kind of trouble here. Lalu throws it beautifully. Scoop.
Oh,
shoot.
He's trapped.
He's got it on the right side, and I'm on his left.
And Goer threw a good one there, too, because we've seen players that get trapped, but when you don't execute the 2-wall, you don't get the point. Catch inside, now goes Sherry from the 10. He blasts it. It's coming way out. Lalu still backpedaling. He gets up there. On goes Sherry, makes a flying catch. Low runner now, Rotz has to step up. He got there. Sherry able to call him off. Plays the rebote, right back to Rotz. This one coming out. Long rebote, turned inside Rotz. Oh, alone, and he scoops it up. That one cutting inside of Rotz, rips it off the wall. Gives it back again, now the rebote. Sherry. Sherry steps back, scoops it. Inside placement from the Costado, picked up. There's Rotz now. Ben hesitated, and the return is in the pad. We are tied up, 1-1. That's an overserve. First fault for Lalu, second serve coming up. Ben takes that serve, puts it on the wall.
Catch.
That's a spectacular catch by Rotz, just ripped it off the numbers. This 2-wall opens up. Rotz has to save the rebote, goes to the floor to do so. Big bounce. Ben, great control back at the 13 line. Rotz now, hard to the inside. On rebote, saved. Now Rotz, he gets it up the middle. Now Rotz from the 11 line, backhand up the middle. Ben reaching low, stops it, sends it back. Leaping catch by Rotz, not gonna let that ball cross. Ben steps up from the 10. Kicks back to Rotz's forehand. Softer touch, crossing the wall, goes Sherry backing up, he scooped it up. Now inside, Rotz gets to it again. Ben, forehand. Changes it up, puts it on the wall, Lalu. Great stop up there in the front, goes Sherry, early call on the rebote, whips it inside, caught by Lalu. That one clipped, Ben takes off, makes the catch in the air, forehand, delivered inside, 3-wall play, Lalu knows where to be, makes the save. Look at Ben, got up there, but didn't come down with the ball. Great effort, but that point goes to the Fireballs. Lalu and Rotz lead 2-1.
Great effort by Ben. He often comes up with those. That one just hit up a bit high.
Catch inside, now Rotz back at the 13. Forehand rebote, powerfully thrown to the inside. Not a lot on that one, but Sherry turns it. Lalu, Costado, oh, he hooked it up the middle. Goes Sherry now, he sends it inside. It's crossing, what a beautiful catch by Rotz. Long rebote, Lalu stays with it, whips it inside, goes Sherry. Costado inside, Rotz not fooled, makes the catch. Rotz now at the 13, back inside, Ben lines it up. Now Lalu, oh, bullet of a backhand, this comes up and out, goes Sherry, turns it outside, it scores. Man, what a shot there.
So much power.
Tied up 2-2.
Straight to the outside, executed beautifully.
Such a good catch back in the corner, but look at Sherry here. Off the rebote, he's dangerous. He throws it so fast and opening up away from Lalu too. Oh, hard serve. Rotz backed up to the wall, makes the play. Sherry turns it powerfully. Lalu picks it off at the side wall. Sherry took some off of it and dropped it in the pad. 3 for the Fireballs. They're back in front.
He threw that perfect one earlier. And that one, trying to make it. I'm not saying it, Andrew. He just tried to make it a little too droppy. I can't believe that folks want to hear that. I just can't believe that they want to hear me say that. A droppy or drop shot. There's the serve.
They do.
Oh, what a tip.
A powerful serve at that. That's an ace. Makes it 4-2.
Yeah, that serve by Lalu is one of those that you can barely see. Scores right, right?
Sherry picks it, whips it outside right to Lalu. He makes the catch, cortada by Lalu. And
What a
Ben,
catch.
My, oh my, makes a great catch to keep it going. Lalu from the outside, Rebote. Ben all alone, that one missed. That is 5 points, possible set and a possible match point for Lalu and Arats.
There's no shame in that. That ball was coming 1,000 miles an hour, man. Right into the corner.
Ben's got that serve. Backhand to the inside, Lalu. Reaching back behind him, he cuts it off. Drops it inside, now Ben. Arats from the 13, plays it back. Ben lets it pass, Gaucheri saves the Rebote. Lalu running cross court, cuts it off. Rebote left side, up the middle, Arats couldn't get there, takes off. Sends a Rebote, but it's a 2-wall. Gaucheri's got a shot, forehand, low and hard.
Oh, what a save.
Chooses the Rebote. That's the right play. Gaucheri into a drop shot. Lalu got there but could not make the catch. That's 3 for the Renegades, still going here in our third set.
Drop shot with some play off the side wall. Lethal. Lethal.
That was the key. It's
Talk about
play
that.
with the wall.
There was something about it in the practices back in 2018 when I actually was on the court with the Cess, and it was like, you know, if you throw drop shots and you get that side wall involved here, it'll take half the speed off of the ball. Seeing it and then doing it, 2 different things.
What a hard serve.
Wow.
That's an ace. 4 points. Gaucheri and Ben right back in it. Down just 1.
Tough one. Again, now you have Arats having missed one, Lalu with the ability to catch. Is he going to go for one of these serves? Because I imagine Gaucheri is going to come out hard on this first serve, or is he going to let it go to Arats?
Arats got up to that one before it crossed. Low return. Oh, Gaucheri's got it. Whips it back along the wall. Arats stands in, makes the catch. Gaucheri's Rebote coming in. Now Arats steps in front of it. It's in, but Gaucheri's got a chance. 5-line from the outside, low and hard. Scooped
What a catch by
Arats. Now Ben with the forehand. Catches the corner, kicks out to the middle of the court. Lalu over the top, big bounce inside. Gaucheri all alone, saves it again. 2-wall high scoop. Lalu made it. Back inside. Now Ben.
What a catch by Ben.
They're in the backcourt. Save the match. Ben again, same spot, catches it in the air, now drops it inside. Arats steps up, good read. Low hard backhand, Gaucheri out for the Rebote. Plays it up the middle, Arats with the catch, sends it over to Gaucheri's head, it's dropping, Gaucheri with the catch, back inside, scoop by Arats. Flying catch by Gaucheri at the 9, he plays it deep. Coming way out at the 5, Lalu turns it inside, Gaucheri's there, cuts it off again. Now Arats from the 10. Ben able to make the catch in the backcourt. As it put it in the corner, Arats gets there. This one coming out. Lalu tries to turn
screen.
it above his head, and that's a little too high.
5-5.
So we are at 5-5 in our third set. This is match point. It doesn't get much bigger than this with the game day score. 2-1 in favor of the Fireballs. Man, this is a huge point. Third set, 5-5 in a close game day. That is an over serve. First fault, second serve coming up for Goer. Second serve floated in there, it's good. Arats makes the catch. The backhand drops between the Renegades. Robote inside by Goer. Arats keeps it low and hard. Goer backing up, tough scoop. This one is coming way out. Goer at the 6, turns it outside, and it scores for the win. Point, set, and match. What a comeback there by Goer and Ben, winning the final 4 points to take it 6-5. Boy, there's that magic from Goer once again, not only doing it in set 2, but coming back in the 3rd set, winning the final 4 points. And now the game day is all tied up, heading into our final 2 matches. We'll see Urrutia and Cabrera against Goenaga and Amigarena. Take a look at that replay, though. What a scoop here by Goer. This was earlier, some replays of that entire 3rd set. Beautiful carom there. It's won by Lalu. And Goer to the outside right there. Wow, ends it 6-5. Sorry, folks, that may have been the earlier one.
Look at that save, tremendous.
Yeah. See here, look at where that is though. Little play with the side wall. Joining us now, we have Goer and Ben after that win. Ben, your play has really stepped up a level this season. What has been the key for you to get off to such a great start?
To this program, one of the things I like to hang my hat on was just hard work, and you know, that's just how I've been able to get better consistently every year. That wasn't even my cleanest game by far, but you know, my dedication, my hard work kept me going. I got this guy.
Yeah, we'll ask Goer too. I mean, you guys are down 5-2, seemed like out of the match, and then all of a sudden you win 4 points in a row. What was the key to that comeback late?
Just believe. The match doesn't finish until you have 6 points. They had 5, we had 2, but we knew that we had to make 4 points in a row. That was our goal. We keep fighting, and I know that it's difficult and it's not habitual, but we did it.
Awesome, guys. Well, it was a fun match to watch. Congratulations. Now the game day's all tied up. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, we're ready to begin our next match. 3rd division doubles. We'll see Urrutia and Cabrera against Goenaga and Amigarena. That's the debut for this Renegades number 3 doubles team. Urrutia and Cabrera 1-0 so far this regular season, won last week in their debut.
Here's a serve by Urrutia. We begin. Amigarena down low, backhand to the inside. Robote by Urrutia. Good catch by Cabrera. Here's backhand. Fireballs get the first point of this match. Urrutia serves.
Last year, this 3rd division doubles team for the Renegades featured Goenaga and Urbieta. So just a slight change here with a new backcourter. This was a team that went 8-2 last season. So if the Renegades want to get back to the playoffs and ultimately to the championship, Amigarena is going to be the key, and he's got to step up this season.
Here's Amigarena. Backhand to the inside. Caught by Cabrera. Robote left side. Ball tipped. Long one. Goenaga will serve. Excellent serve by Goenaga. Amigarena on the scoop, pairs the backhand from the 12 line. Big backhand, a little too hard. That hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Urrutia and Cabrera. Urrutia serves.
Amigarena had a really good first day. That was last week for this Renegades when he was, I believe we played with Goer and they won pretty easily. Again, today hasn't been his best day, but a lot of highlight left, and this is a big match still, the game day tied.
Here's the backhand by Cabrera. Cabrera down low, backhand from the 11 line. Amigarena's there. Urrutia to the inside. Goenaga saves her bote. Urrutia cuts it off. Drop shot. Stopped by Goenaga. That's a great catch.
Ooh.
Third point for Urrutia and Cabrera off the bobble. Urrutia serves.
Yeah, it looked like he lost it as he went to make the throw when he was looking towards the backcourt to see where the opponents were.
That happens.
Yeah, you take an extra half a second and the ball just, oh no, it just pops right out of the basket.
If you're like 12 or 13 and you're studying, not studying, if you're being trained in highlight and you do that, usually there's someone yelling at you who's played for a lot longer saying, "Keep, what are you looking at the rest of the court for?" I've heard that once or twice. You got to be able to do both. Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a catch by Amigarena. There's the backhand. Here's the catch by Goenaga. Powerfully to the inside it goes. It's 2 points for Goenaga and Amigarena. Goenaga serves.
I love the effort.
That's why they wear helmets.
And chin straps, too.
Yes, and
a helmet without a chin strap does you. It's like driving a car with no windshield.
Really Andrew definitely knows how to distract me and get my attention. Who's not wearing a chin strap?
I think this court's good.
That's a 4th point for Urrutia and Cabrera. Urrutia serves.
It's this little low runner here. You saw Cabrera do it in the 6 doubles.
One second, ladies and gentlemen, 1 second while we correct the score. Score has been corrected to accurately reflect where we're at. Urrutia serves. Here's a catch by Amigarena backhand. Here's a backhand by Urrutia. Hard throw to the inside. Amigarena's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Robote, forehand. Ball ruled to have been tipped in the backcourt. That is 3 points for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goenaga serves.
Yeah, tough one there, right along the side wall. Cabrera thought it was a clean miss in the corner, but and ruled to have been tipped. Not just a 1-point deficit. Renegades battling back as they've done all day.
Backhand by Cabrera. Here's Goenaga, hard to the inside. Cabrera's there, backhand. High and hard, straight to the backcourt. Goenaga on the rebote, taken on the bounce by Urrutia. Low and hard, picked up in the backcourt by Amigurena. Scoop by Urrutia. Drop shot to the inside. Scoop by Cabrera. Backhand to the inside. Amigurena down from the 13 line. Powerfully thrown. Beautiful catch by Urrutia at the side wall. Here's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Amigurena's there, backhand from the 11 line. Rebote, left side by Goenaga. Taken on the left side of Cabrera. Low runner to the inside, picked up by Amigurena. Urrutia on the rebote. Goenaga attacks, has it. Drop shot. Read by Urrutia. Urrutia rifles this outside. That's a hard throw.
Still going.
A great return. The point continues. Here's the backhand by Amigurena. Rebote to the inside. Amigurena at the sidewall. Fine catch at the 12 line. Powerful forehand. Caught again by Amigurena. Backhand 2-all on the forehand of Urrutia. Urrutia to the forehand of Amigurena from the backcourt. Beautiful catch by Amigurena on the left side. Cabrera from the 11 line. Here's Amigurena, backhand from the 11. That ball clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand by Goenaga. Rebote forehand save. Light touch. Goenaga's on it. Winds up. Sends it back to pass. Rebote dropping. Saved on the forehand by Cabrera. There's the backhand by Goenaga. Rebote left side. Cut off, but not held on to. 5 points off a well-played point by both teams. Urrutia and Cabrera had possible set point.
Well, the Fireballs are playing Goenaga very well in this match. They're not giving him the inside, which is where he likes to score a majority of his points. You look at the stats, Goenaga throws a lot of cortadas, placement to the inside from the forehand, and drop shots. Again, targeting the front portion of the court close to the side wall. Every drop shot attempt, Cabrera's been moving up to it, or Urrutia's gotten there from the outside. They've read the scouting report, but then you got to go out and execute. And so far, so good. Still got one to close out the set, though.
What a catch by Amigurena off a hard serve. Rebote coming out. That rebound off the back wall played beautifully by Urrutia. Caught by Amigurena on the return. Amigurena again from the left side. Urrutia on the rebote. That hit just up above the front wall, which is out of play. 4 points for the Renegades, Goenaga and Amigurena. Backhand by Cabrera. Urrutia back at the 10 line to make the catch. Powerful backhand follows here. From the left side is Amigurena. Amigurena from the 13 line to the inside. Urrutia is there.
Tough one.
Karam, read by Goenaga, stopped by Goenaga. Carambola stopped by Urrutia, and Amigurena is there. Big backhand rebote coming out. Powerful forehand rebote caught near by Amigurena. Urrutia on the catch at the 7 line. Costado inside, caught by Amigurena. Goenaga now on the catch. Big backhand. Caught by Cabrera. Here's the backhand. Beautiful catch off the wall by Amigurena. Cabrera to the inside. Rebote, left side. Caught in the air by Goenaga. Drop shot. Cabrera takes off. Will not make the play. It is 5-5 in the first set. Goenaga has a serve for the Renegades.
Urrutia was a little too far to the outside and a little deeper in the court, so Cabrera was the only one that really could have tracked down this drop shot. He started back at the 12 line, and he's been kind of limping around back there. Don't know if anything happened, but again, started kind of late and wasn't moving all the way to get up to that one. 5-5. 1 point to decide the set.
What a catch by Urrutia. The Costado is out. Point and set to Goenaga and Amigurena of the Renegades. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
Boy, the Renegades have done it again. Down 4-2 in this set. They come back and win it 6-5. Boy, all day long, this Renegades team, I mean, synonymous with just fighters. I mean, even when they're down, they're certainly never out. And Goenaga and Goer have been a big part of it every season. And same here in the fall of 25. Take a look at some replays.
Urrutia gets in there, makes a nice save, backing up Cabrera nicely. Drop shot to the inside. Look, Urrutia's all over that. He makes that catch above his waist, blasts it outside. What a catch by Goenaga. There's his weapon, that right side.
Just sticks in the basket there.
Exactly. The hard, that's what we talk about when we talk about sometimes it's easier to catch the harder balls. They stick. I mean, it's not like actually sticky, but they come into the cesta and beautiful catch by Amigurena there off the side wall. There he is right there in the foreground. It's rare that you get, you know, great play, great catch, and then a close-up. Here we are back in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Flores. Looks like he's right. It's a little late for the beach, isn't it?
I was going to say, but, you know, could still be a light out.
Ben, obviously ignoring the dress code.
I was going to say, that must be the alternate jerseys for the Renegades.
Oh, my. I used to just go up and, like, I used to yell about the rules over
it. You know, you have come a long way.
Oh, you mean before when I used to come flying out of the chair and go running around yelling?
Say, hold on, Andrew, I'll be back.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that, huh?
Yeah,
not just the announcer, folks.
And, you know,
so it made me responsible for a certain level of players here, and I take that seriously. Time to begin the second set.
And you do a darn good job at it, Stu. I'll tell you that.
Thank you, Andrew. I do it with love. And sometimes yelling.
Yeah, sometimes, hey, tough love is still love. People forget that.
Very much so. If I didn't care, I wouldn't yell. We're ready to begin our next set. Urrutia has a serve for the Fireballs. I know it doesn't really work that way, Andrew. It does. I shouldn't be yelling, but sometimes players can't hear you. There's a lot of banging in here with the ball, so you occasionally have to raise your voice and yell, "Put a shirt on." Urrutia serves. We begin. What a catch by Amigurena to start things off in the second set. Cabrera from the right side to the inside. Goenaga low and hard. Cabrera's there. Backhand 2-all. Caught in the air by Goenaga. That one caught the pad. Urrutia and Cabrera of the Fireballs on the board first here in the second set. Urrutia serves.
Well, the few that Goenaga's thrown today have all been caught by the fireball. So what does he try to do? Thread the needle just a little bit more and pushes it low into the top of the pad. He's getting great defense by the fireballs, seemingly. Can't say for sure, but force that miss there. Gets him on the board in set 2.
Goenaga picks the serve. That was a hard serve. Perfect placement. And return by Cabrera. Here's Amigarena. Cabrera, powerful backhand. Amigarena's there. Amigarena now from the 11 line.
Ooh.
That's a point for Goenaga and Amigarena. Goenaga serves. That ball is going to come out fast. So that ball escapes and hits the screen. Here's the backhand by Cabrera. Amigarena's there. Robote dropping, saved by Urrutia. Goenaga has it. Drop shot. Cabrera gets us a lead on it, just not able to stop it in the cesta. Second point for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goenaga serves.
It's a smart strategy here by Goenaga. I mean, keeping these shots to the inside part of the court, because even if Cabrera gets up to this ball, he's just going to flip the backhand inside. He's not going to do a ton of damage. Goenaga's such a smart player, and again, finds the space there on the drop shot to score.
There's the backhand by Cabrera. Scoop by Amigarena. That Robote is not coming out. 3 points for Goenaga and Amigarena here in the second set. Goenaga serves.
That's one of the responsibilities of the backcourt there, protect the chick-chack and chula. When those balls are right along the sidewall, sometimes you have to go for it, even if it seems like a difficult catch, because it could drop there and the point's over anyway.
There's the backhand.
Great catch.
Beautiful catch by Amigarena. Cabrera on the backhand from the 11 line. Robote, the rebound off the back wall to the inside. Urrutia cuts it off. Urrutia again, this one down lower at the 8 line. Powerful backhand follows. Goenaga, Robote save, does not pass Urrutia. Here's the backhand. Powerfully to the inside. Amigarena's there. Cabrera, backhand from the 12. Two all, caught the pad. That's a 4th point for Goenaga and Amigarena here in the second set. Goenaga has the serve.
It just feels like the wheels have kind of fallen off this Fireballs train here late in this match. I mean, up 4-2 in the first set, and now you see how it played out. Renegades won, and now 4-1 to begin set 2. This has been a devastating run and could change the entire game day right here. It will if it holds.
There's the backhand by Cabrera. Beautiful catch by Amigarena. Cabrera to the left side of Amigarena. Amigarena hard to the inside. Beautiful catch again by Cabrera, pulling it off the side wall. Outside placement, taken on the forehand of Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the right side. Amigarena plays the Robote. Cabrera, backhand. Robote left side to the inside. Amigarena's there. He takes it on the bounce. Scoop by Cabrera. Here's Amigarena from the 13 line. A Robote. That rebound off the back wall is saved by Urrutia. Taken in the air by Goenaga. Hard to the inside where it will score. 5 points for Goenaga and Amigarena. Possible set. Possible match point.
Goenaga read that play perfectly. It's kind of like reading the defense if you're a quarterback. He takes a look here. He sees Cabrera stepping up, so what does he do? He throws it hard at his feet. He doesn't go with the drop shot. He's reading the defense and then making a decision, and it's just been a great play so far. You see frustrated Fireball's side. A couple chances for the Renegades to close out another match and secure half a point.
There's the backhand to the inside. What a catch on the scoop. Urrutia up the wall. Backhand comes powerfully from the left side. Beautiful catch by Cabrera. Tries to get off a backhand 2-all. Goes to the forehand. Outside placement stopped by Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the forehand. Robote saved. Caught in the air by Urrutia. Urrutia hard to the inside. Cabrera's there. Backhand. Robote forehand, laid up. Goenaga takes it in the air. Powerful forehand caught by Urrutia. Great catch. Inside placement stopped by Amigarena. Powerful backhand all the way out to the 4-line. Will score off the Robote for Urrutia. 2 points for Urrutia and Cabrera. Still possible match point for Goenaga and Amigarena of the Renegades.
Yeah, kind of fed Urrutia Robote this time. Look at Amigarena. Just blasts it, but look at where it comes out. Urrutia's quick. He can get up to it. He's at the 4-line when he shoots that. Then it comes at Goenaga so quickly. It's a tough scoop. Just can't make it.
It's an excellent catch by Amigarena off a hard serve by Urrutia. Cabrera now from the 10 line. Here's the backhand, high and hard to the back wall, out to the Robote. Goenaga's there. Hooked it. That's a 3rd point for Urrutia and Cabrera. Still possible match point for Goenaga and Amigarena.
So hard to get that last point and finish off these matches. The Fireballs have really struggled today doing so, and now a chance for them to come back. Got a few points here still. Long way to go. Got to win 3 more.
Excellent serve and a fine catch by Amigarena. Urrutia, backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote for Goenaga. Cabrera's there. Backhand from the 10 to the inside. Urrutia takes it on the bounce. Powerful costado. Robote dropping and saved by Amigarena. Powerfully from the forehand it goes and scores. 4 points for Urrutia and Cabrera. Still a possible match point for Goenaga and Amigarena.
And it's happened quickly, too. It was just 5-1 a few moments ago and 3 errors in a row by the Renegades. And
Urrutia is throwing one harder than the other.
Yeah. Again, Goenaga, it doesn't cross the wall. It comes to his left side.
And he doesn't usually miss them.
No.
I think it speaks more to the throw than really any error in the catch.
No. Such power.
Beautiful serve and an even better catch by Amigarena. Robote forehand. Amigarena's there. Backhand. Cabrera makes a save. Goenaga picks it up on the bounce. Costado. Cabrera makes the save. It's high on the front wall. Goenaga's there. Scoop by Cabrera. There's the backhand. Amigarena makes the catch. Cabrera now from the 10 line. Amigarena, hard to the inside. Robote left side to the inside. Amigarena's there. Backhand from the 12. Urrutia, Robote for the big bounce. Brought down by Amigarena. Rotate left side, 2 pass, caught on the forehand of Amigarena. Rotate forehand save by Goenaga, caught near by Urrutia. Back to the inside he goes. Amigarena alone for the rebote. That is in the overhead screen. We are at 5-5 in the second set. So this is possible set point for the Fireballs. Urrutia and Cabrera, possible match point for Goenaga and Amigarena. I don't know that I've ever seen Ikeda out there with a towel before.
Cabrera was calling for it, went down to the ground, made a great save. That one rebote save, really dug it out, cleared the overhead screen. Gives his team another life. Both sets coming down to this decisive 11th point. As of a couple of sets today, it's been a back and forth day, close the entire way.
Very much so.
Again, with Gosheri and Arat's singles match coming up next, you got to give the edge to the Renegades there. Gosheri won both matches last season. Fireballs want to get some points. They need this one, and they need set 3.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
Goenaga will get in there on these serves, so particularly these second serves.
Excellent serve and a fine catch in return by Amigarena. Rebote by Urrutia to the inside. Amigarena's there. Backhand from the 10. Cabrera takes it in the air. Backhand to the inside. Rebote left side to the inside. Here's Amigarena. Rebote saved by Goenaga. Keeps it in play. Cabrera. Goenaga now from the 8 line.
Oh.
Difficult catch by Cabrera at the side wall. Keeps the match alive. Scoop by Cabrera. There's the backhand. Rebote coming out to Goenaga. Urrutia gets in there to make the play. Amigarena on the backhand. Cabrera again, this time from the 12 line. Rebote save. Cabrera calls for it. That's a tough catch right on the wall. Good duck by Cabrera.
Still on the ground.
Point and set
Wow,
for
what a
Urrutia
comeback.
and Cabrera. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. My, oh my.
Oh. So, kind of like we saw Gosheri and Ben storming back to win our last match. Urrutia and Cabrera win 5 points in a row, down 5-1 there in set 2. To get this match to a third set, that's all they could do. Kept on fighting, and that worked out for them. Let's take a look at some of these replays from set number 2. Goes the inside here, gets by Cabrera. Boy, at that point, at that kick, it really felt like it was all over. You know, not a lot of energy, frustrated Fireball side, but little by little, they fought their way back.
Point by point, absolutely.
Again, that's, you know, that's how you got to do it. Scoop just missed. Again, just some small mistakes. I mean, that's a tough catch for Goenaga. Again, one that he expects to make. Forehand here to the inside. Another one that, and waist level left side. He's a little surprised that he missed it. And then the rebote there, crossing the wall, dropping late, gives the Fireballs a 6-5 win in set 2. So we've played the maximum so far. 22 points through 2 sets. Got a chance to go the distance here. We'll see what happens in set 3, just about 30 seconds away from the start. And look at that game day score too. I mean, all tied up 2-2. So this is the winner of this match will secure their team half a point for the game day tie, and then we'll see what happens in our next match. As we said, Division I singles with Arats against Goer. That will decide the game day coming up next.
We're ready to begin our third and final set. This will decide the match. Gonaga has a serve for the Renegades. Got quiet in here, huh? I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't like it, but
it's eerily quiet.
There's the serve. Our third set is now underway. Here's the backhand by Cabrera. Amigarena to the inside. Rebote on the left side of Goanaga. Cabrera to the inside, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Catch by Urrutia. Hard throw to the inside, scooped up beautifully by Amigarena. Here's the scoop by Cabrera. Cabrera on the backhand to the inside. Rebote forehand is missed. First point of the decisive third set goes to Goanaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goanaga serves.
Well, it kind of shows you how fast this ball is moving now into a third set. That's twice that we've seen the ball escape from Urrutia Sesta. He's one of the fastest guys on this roster, turns the rebotes quickly. So if he can't get around him, I don't know if anybody really can.
Urrutia picks the serve, rifles it inside. What a catch by Amigarena. Cabrera, backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote forehand, straight back, out to the rebote. Goanaga saves it. Urrutia on the catch. 2-all, caught in the air by Goanaga. And then what a catch by Urrutia. Rebote dropping save by Goanaga. Here's the catch by Cabrera, backhand to the inside, and Goanaga's there. Backhand 2-all, caught on the forehand of Urrutia. Carom by Urrutia caught the pad. 2 points for Goanaga and Amigarena. Goanaga serves.
Yeah, this is kind of when the fireballs went off the tracks in the second set. Urrutia started firing these shots, throwing them hard, but also recklessly too, and a lot of them thrown out of play.
Well, he's got the shots. I mean, there's no question about that, and he's got the capability of throwing shots.
But again, in the third set, the pace really picks up. A lot of players start to throw the ball harder as opposed to throwing it to a spot or try to get their opponent off their footing. Again, that seemed to work for the Fireballs late in set two, but set three, 2-0 lead the other way.
Great catch by Cabrera. Hard throw to the inside. Here's Amigarena. Scoop by Cabrera. Rebote drops coming off of the back wall and scores. That's a third point for Goanaga and Amigarena of the Renegades. Goanaga serves.
Well, Cabrera's there, but Urrutia came in and aggressively called him off, so you give way to the front quarter, but it just dies. You see there, it's not in the basket as he's going down to the floor.
Like by half a foot. Cabrera on the catch. There's the backhand to the inside. Scoop by Amigarena. Catch by Urrutia, the 2-all. Scores? Urrutia is on the board with the point with Cabrera. Urrutia has the serve.
No pressure on the 2-all that time. He had Goenaga trapped well to the inside of the court. You see him, I mean, implements a lot of control here, slows it down, kisses it off the sidewall first, and just gets it to drop in.
Here's the backhand by Miguelina. There's the backhand. Cabrera's there. There's a backhand by Miguelina. Catch by Urrutia. Rebote, left side. Here's the catch by Urrutia. Hard throw to the inside, and Miguelina's there.
Great catch.
Urrutia, rebote again. And Miguelina on the catch. Backhand from the 12 line. Goenaga now on the rebote for the high bounce. Cabrera brings it in, backhand from the 11 line. Beautiful catch by Goenaga, hard throw. Scooped up by Cabrera. The backhand. Saved by Goenaga on the rebote. Big bounce, brought down by Cabrera. Low runner is scooped up by Cabrera. Backhand 2-all. Lands in and scores. 2 points for Urrutia and Cabrera. Urrutia serves.
Well, that's the shot to counter an aggressive front quarter like Goenaga. If he wants to start creeping in on some of these backhands, well, eventually Cabrera's going to kick it off the sidewall first. Called the backhand 2-all. And look at where that drops in. Yep, just inside the boundary there. Down 3-0 early. Now the Fireball is fighting back again.
It's a powerful, powerful serve by Urrutia. Stopped beautifully by Miguelina. Rebote for the big bounce. Caught in the air by Miguelina. That backhand 2-all caught in the air by Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the forehand. A little too hard. That took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. That's a 4th point for Goenaga and Miguelina of the Renegades. Goenaga serves.
Well, another example of just throwing it hard but kind of recklessly. I mean, a forehand from the outside. Frankly, I wasn't even thinking about the overhead screen on that one. Trying to get it high to pass, understand, but it's well out of play.
Urrutia picks the serve. That drop shot stopped by Goenaga. He holds onto it, flips it back, does not pass. Here's Cabrera. Backhand to the inside. Here's a backhand by Miguelina. Miguelina now from the backcourt, caught by Cabrera. Cabrera to the inside, caught by Goenaga. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall comes all the way out to the 5-line, rifled from the forehand of Urrutia. Scoop by Miguelina. Here's the backhand. Rebote, forehand saved by Urrutia. Goenaga takes it on the bounce. Costado inside, red, and stopped by Cabrera. Miguelina advances, backhand from the 9 line. Rebote saved by Cabrera. Miguelina on the catch. Here's the backhand. Beautiful Rabote save. Here's Cabrera, backhand to the inside, low and hard. Ball tipped, hard fought point, 5 points for Goenaga and Amigarena, giving them possible match point.
All four players working so hard throughout that point, throughout this match, and just a tough one there late after these long rallies. Just a little lapse in concentration. Results in a tip ball, and now backs on the wall once again for this Fireball side.
Cabrera on the backhand, low runner to the inside. Scooped up by Amigarena, deep in the backcourt. That Rabote not coming out. Point set in a hard-fought match for Goenaga and Amigarena, taking it in the third set, 6-2.
What a match that was. Going to a third set. But in the end, it's the Renegades taking a 3-2 game day lead going into our final match. That will be Arats against Goer, Division I singles to close out the day.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there. Blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Goer up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Goer picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
And back here you see the practice ongoing, and there's that game day score reflecting the win by Goenaga and Amigarena just a few moments ago. So at worst, Renegades are going to find themselves in a tie for first place, but if Goer wins this next match, they can find themselves right back at the top of our standings. We got our winners over in the players' cage, Goenaga and Amigarena after that match. Congratulations, guys. I'm just going to ask you, because even back here, I mean, Stu's announcing all these points. He seems tired, but then I look out there on the court and I ask, how do you guys do it in these marathon matches?
Keep fighting. We were with good attitude. We play very good. We communicate good. We make mistakes, but they do too. But we have been continue fighting, and they do more mistakes than us. So I think that we play very good. So let's see for the rest of the season. We have to play like that to win all the games. We know.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard.
Well, absolutely. It was a great start for you. Great win, and good luck in this final match. See if you can win the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goenaga and Amigarena put their team in position. Now they send Goer out there against Arats. A chance to win the game day for the Renegades. You see those two players coming up on your screen. Arats for the Fireballs, Goer for the Renegades. The brothers going at it in singles. Arats serves. We begin our final match with an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up.
Yeah, if you're Arats, you want to keep Goer deep. Not that he can't hurt you from the 13 line, but less likely to.
Second serve there is good. Here's Goer coming out with a strong backhand. Wall to wall. Arats, Rabote, 2-wall is in. Oh, and it scores. Just out of Goer's reach. That gets Arats the first point.
Lighter touch. A lot of players been using that these last couple weeks. Just get the 2-wall to hit the side wall, touch the front wall, especially the further back your opponent is when he starts going after it. Well done by Arats.
Back into the inside edge, dropping Arats, makes the catch. Back inside, now Goer. Rabote, 2-wall is in and scoring there from Arats on the inside. That's 2 in a row for Arats.
Quite a shot by Arats, too. That opened up. Again, Arats not far from the side wall. Really well done. That ball just drops in straight to the outside.
Gosheri strong, backhand open things up, it's along the wall. Now kicks off, Arats. Long rebote, stopped by Gosheri. Floats one up again to the inside. Arats digs it out, it's a 2-wall, it's in, but Gosheri's got this one, takes a look. The drop shot, oh, it got contact with the side wall. To get on the board with his first point.
Came off with a bit of power, too. I mean, that ball came back almost all the way to the middle of the court. But just soft enough to be out of the reach of Arats. Arats not sparing the 2-walls here.
That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Big backhand there. Gosheri backpedals into position, fires it high to the inside, but that caught the rail, which is out of play. That's 3 for Arats.
Area just under the overhead screen. The ball's up there. Judges sometimes looking to see if it makes contact with the screen, when in actuality it's making contact with the rail.
Gosheri winds it up, low and hard to the inside,
Beautiful
stays
scoop.
low, and Arats scooped it up off the wall, and his backhand's in the screen. Gosheri gets one back.
Arats obviously knows his brother's game as well as anyone. In that case, try to get Gosheri off his footing, scrambling backwards. Caught the overhead screen instead.
Backhand to the inside. There's Gosheri. Flying catch. Backhand. Picked off by Arats along the wall. He sends it deep. A little magic side. Rebote dropping. Nice scoop. 2-all follows and scores. We are tied up 3-3.
Beautifully done by Gosheri to score. Two-all generally his go-to. He makes a beautiful scoop here. He's back at the 9 line. Gustavo 2-all scores. Very well done.
Arats keeps it inside. Gosheri picks it off the wall. He blasts this one. Arats takes off, turns his back for the moment. Will return it, clip the sidewall. Gosheri picks it up. It's a tough 2-wall off his footing. Arats gets there. He rifles it inside. The forehand scores. Arats back in front, 4-3.
Couple of choices when you're all the way up there. Drop it in, but Gosheri was moving forward, so try to pass him on the inside. That can be dangerous against Gosheri, but it worked there. Very well done.
Rebote dropped to Gosheri's feet, backing up, makes the catch, fires it inside. There's Arats picking it off the wall again. Rebote inside, scooped up by Arats, backhand from the 10. Trying to pass Gosheri, but he's got it at the 12 line. Back into the corner, it's a Chula, and it scores. 4-4 is the score. Gosheri will serve.
Don't see him often. That's the time to throw it, man. Gosheri lands it perfectly. Backhand from about the 12 line, right into the crack between the floor and the back wall, not coming out to the rebote.
Rabote coming out again. Goes Sherry. Turns that a little too high. It's up in the overhead screen.
That rail above the front wall just has that distinct noise. See if Rotz can finish this first set off.
Good catch there. Back in the corner. Goes Sherry from the 11. Drop shot.
Oh, man. Oh,
that
wow.
will score.
Oh, wow.
Point and set. Rotz wins it 6-4. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play set number 2.
Tricky. Tricky. That's really the best thing to call that. That was very tricky. So that was a backhand 2-wall drop shot. Congratulations to Rotz from Lalu there. 2-all here, just out of reach of Go Sherry. That happened earlier in that set. Another 2-all. This one lands in just beautifully. Second one, scoring more traditionally. Go Sherry from the Costalo. Such a weapon for him. Rotz stops it. A number of things to choose from. And again, it's dangerous to throw it hard against Go Sherry, but he passed perfectly there at the 7 line. And that is, it doesn't really have a name. It's not really a costado. It's not really a backhand. It's a drop shot. It's definitely that. So it's a half backhand drop shot.
Yeah.
That sound good to you? Write it down. We need to get it copyrighted before 9 a.m. tomorrow.
It's like a sidearm. It's like, yeah, it's like a pitcher. It's not over the top. It's not submarine. It's like sidearm. It's, yeah. You don't usually see a lot of players throw from that position, but...
Started announcing in 1991, and I have seen things at Magic City that literally I don't know what to call them. I mean, you just kind of make it up as you go.
Yeah.
Because, and someone's usually asking you, well, what is that? I have no idea. But it worked.
Just a drop shot.
Absolutely.
A drop shot that scores for Rotz. He wins the first set.
No holding, too. That's what was really beautiful.
It happened quick.
The tendency is to potentially hold it. I don't know that I would recommend that for a lot of people, but Rotz made it work.
I think we've seen Go Sherry do that, at least attempt it before. I've seen him do it, so maybe that's where he got the inspiration.
Might be a family thing, you're saying?
Yeah, he's inspired by his older brother.
Second set.
Second set, ready to begin. There's Go Sherry's serve. Set 2 is underway. Catch back beyond the 11th line. Rotz fires it inside. Here's Go Sherry. Long Rabote, that one missed. Pretty close to the side wall. Go Sherry gets on the board first here. Set 2. Rotz high and hard coming out from the corner with the left side. Sherry turns Rabote. It drops on the floor. Inside placement from Rotz. Oh, what a
Beautiful
tough scoop there by Go Sherry. Now Rotz flies in there at the 12 line, makes the catch. Go Sherry backed up as well. Stops it on the left side, sends this one deep. Rabote straight to the inside. Go Sherry, good foot speed, gets there. Floats it back. Just past to Rotz. He's in the corner. Comes out on the right side with the Rabote. Go Sherry. 2-all. 2 score. Quick 2 points to begin our second set.
One of Go Sherry's most effective shots again. Rotz makes a save. Go Sherry makes the catch. Rolls in at the 6th line. Costalo 2-all. Lands in perfectly. And look where Rotz is. I mean, the distance between where the ball lands when you throw a shot and where your opponent is, pretty important. That one thrown sufficiently far away from Rotz to score with ease.
That's an overserve. First fault, second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Arats up there at the 10. Sends it high and deep. Gaucheri, powerful turn on that rebote, picked off the sidewall. Arats higher and harder. Kind of died off the back wall. Rebote inside, that's perfectly placed and dropping. That's 3 for Gaucheri.
Gaucheri moving around the court very well. Making catches, moving Arats around. Throw the ball where your opponent's not. That's exactly what Gaucheri's been doing.
Gaucheri with a nice catch. Backhand inside, there's Arats. Rebote left side to the inside with a bounce. Gaucheri controls it. There's the backhand. Coming in a little bit lower, Arats able to make a play on it. Stops it in front of him. Plays this one deep. Kind of died in the corner. Gaucheri digs it out. Arats moving up early. 2-wall. Oh, Gaucheri read it the whole way. His forehand
right
is
off the
tipped.
tip. Yeah, wow, great effort.
That's 4 out for Gaucheri.
Arats hung in there. That ball was coming fast, going straight to the wall. Arats tried to get his cesta in there, just not able to complete the catch.
Look at this. I mean, never break stride. Full speed to the outside of the court. It just tipped. Gaucheri, beautiful rebote there. Drops right into the corner. Dug out by Arats, but Gaucheri's got a play on it. 2-wall. Thrown in to score. Straight points to a possible set point for Gaucheri of the Renegades.
Again, Gaucheri, after dropping the first set by 2 points, has just been absolutely dominating this second set. Shot by shot, catch by catch, throw by throw.
And just does clear that overhead screen. Gaucheri. Puts it inside. It's a 2-wall return. Gaucheri's planted at the 7, makes the catch. His Karam will score. Point and a perfect set. Gaucheri wins it 6-0. A third set to decide the match and the game day coming up in just 2 minutes.
So well done by Gaucheri, taking charge there in that second set. So Arats wins the first set 6-4. Gaucheri takes the second set 6-0. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently in our 6th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Some replays from that second set. Gaucheri doing a much better job here in the second set of moving Arats around, reflected in the score. 6-0. Forehand rebote to the inside. Arats makes a fine catch. Gets a shot off here. Gaucheri reads it beautifully. Stops it on the forehand, hard to the inside. Arats makes a go of it. That's just over his cesta and scoring. Again, from the coast style, though. That's that throw. On the left side of the body, shoulder level, opening up your ribs to the side wall. And Gaucheri just makes this catch, snaps at Karam. 2-all lands in to score. With about 30 seconds to go, that'll bring us to a third and final set. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Once again, we will be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Now through November, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Battle Court, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Fridays, we're open to the public.
Third set coming up here. Arats will have the serve. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our third and final set Arat serves to Goer. Arat serves and set 3 has begun. Goer just blasts the backhand. Arat gets out there, but the rebote is a little too high up in the screen, out of play. First point of set 3 to Goer.
Arat's trying to get that ball back. Caught the overhead screen in the process.
High bouncing serve, caught there by Arat. Backhand, saved by Goer. Arat's on the rebote. Goer moving up on it, 2-all. Oh, that's too low. It gets Arat on the board, his first point, the third set.
Goer knew that Arat was closer that time, under a little bit more pressure to get that 2-all to open up. In doing so, he caught the pad.
Goer waits for the serve to cross, backhand to the inside. Arat picks it off the wall. Now he goes deep. Goer high to the inside, looking for the bounce. Arat takes it, sends it inside where it scores. Now Arat leads 2-1.
Again, don't let that second set score fool you. Arat's more than capable of coming back. Goer, rather, very... I basically changed his name there to a player that does not exist.
Over serve, first fault. Second serve coming up for Arat.
Goer clearly taking charge in the second set, dominating with 2-alls. But Arat's back in it now.
Goer takes in the serve, tries to get it overhead. Arat's leaping grab. Keeps it in front of him. Rebote left side, hook just above the pad. Arat's now advancing. Inside placement again, that'll score. Arat has opened up the lead, 3-1.
With both Goer and Arat, when they catch it on the left side, they move into position to throw the costado. You're guessing, it's true. I mean, it's really true for everybody, some more than others, whether they're throwing a 2-all or putting it inside, and you have to commit at some point. Arat winds up there. Goer takes that one hop to the outside. That's the difference between catching that ball and losing the point. What a catch.
Rips that one off the wall. Backhand comes in low. Arat, Kosti, that clipped a bit. Goer's got a play on it. He powers it inside. What a scoop made by Arat. Backhand passing in the corner. Goer, quick turn again. Sends it wall to wall. Into the chick-chack. Not a lot on the rebote, and it's missed. 2 for Goer. Right back in it now. Trailing by 1.
Don't know if Goer was trying to turn that into a 2-all rebote. He's been spot on making these saves when they're near him. Goer did a good job of keeping away from him in that second set.
Hard backhand there by Arat. Goer powerfully to the inside. That's a strong throw. Arat tries to get it over his head. Goer blind catch behind him. Forehand inside. That's a 3-wall play. Nice rebote save by Arat. Comes to Goer. He plays it inside to score. And just like that, we're tied up 3-3.
Arat's doing a good job of getting up and trying to get to that ball, but makes the rebote save here. Gets right back up. Goer's already got it in his cesta. Looks like he's thrown a 2-all. Arat's making the move to go out and cover it. Goer puts it back to the inside. Well done.
Oh, just a bit of an overserve there. Touched or past the 7-line. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Arats waits for it to cross the wall and blasts the backhand into the corner. Nice catch off the sidewall, goes deep again. This hits high off the back wall. Robote straight to the inside. Good range by Arats. He makes the catch in front of him. Backhand clears the screen. Robote to the inside once more. Arats gets back in there. Backhand to wall. Sherry had a scoop lined up, just missed it. So that gives Arats the lead temporarily 4-3.
Be curious to see if Arats is able to squeeze 2 points out here. Kocheri's obviously coming back firing on all cylinders. What a catch.
Sherry just rips it off the numbers there. Sends it deep. Arats, will he get out there? He does. Great Robote save. Sherry, though, has the inside. He gets it there, and it'll score. "4-4 is the score. Sherry. They'll serve to Arats. Robote clips. Arats makes the catch. Forehand inside again. Sherry running with it. What a nice save there deep in the backcourt. Big bounce. Arats is up at the foreline. He throws a drop shot. Sherry. Boy, that was quick, but still didn't get up there. 2 bounces. That's 5 points. Possible set and a possible match point here for Arats.
Interesting position for Arats to be in. So Sherry, I mean, it's almost silly to say made a run of it, but he really did make a run for it. I mean, he took off, and he just almost got there again. Arats 1 point away from what would be an upset here.
What a catch there overhead. Not going to let that one pass. Backhand barely clears the overhead screen. Gets in the corner, kicks off the wall. Arats missed it. So here we are at 5-5 in our final set of the day. This is match point.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure for Arats there. Switching from left to right. Maybe he's more comfortable on the left side. It's really coming to his right side, but his back was against the wall there. Tough for Bote to make.
And what a day. All these matches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another one at 5-5. So Sherry gets it. The Renegades get a full point. If Arats wins it, game day ends in a tie. It was a hard serve. Arats gets it before it crosses. Plays it along the wall. Sherry lets it pass, then saves Bote on the back end. Scooped up by Arats. 2-wall is out.
He went for it. It's okay.
Point, set, and match. Hard fought going to Sherry on the final point, winning 6-5. And the game day now official. You see the score in the bottom left. The Renegades 4-2. They pick up a full point in our standings. We'll be back here with Sherry in just a moment.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Are with team captain and winner of the last match, Sherry. Get an opportunity there in the final match of the day to win the game day for your team. What's going through your mind as you step out on the court?
Oh, it was a difficult game, no? Always it's difficult to play against your brother.
Right.
He played really good the first match too, the second too. I had luck because he threw perfect the custodial, but the walls make something weird, and was that why I win today. But sometimes we are lucky, and that's
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to ask you, too, we mentioned at the broadcast that Goenaga only played one match today. Last year, you didn't win any game days in which that happened. This year, you're 1-for-1. What does it mean to get that win so early in the season?
No, that's amazing. No, we start very good the season. We have 2 points. Just we have to keep like that, and that's it.
Awesome, Goer. Great playing today. Congratulations, winning both of your matches in comeback fashion. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
That's going to do it for our game day today. Join us tomorrow. I believe it's going to be the Warriors and Devils right here at 5 p.m. Until then, have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.